Well, welcome back. Here we are for the BPL final, and walking out first, we have the Mount Pleasant Mavericks. This should be an exciting matchup, Mike. Some great games right off the bat here. So here we have O.Marron leading out the team, and we're followed by Sophia Noble, her brother Dylan. J.Honkanen from Finland. A.Jermyn, Nate from Slovenia, I believe.
Slovenia, correct.
And then we have the Flynn sisters, Nasa and Shifra.
2 of the 4.
It's an impressive lineup.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting night. I'm particularly looking forward to the men's singles first. It's going to be a very interesting one with young D.Noble, an up and coming, against A.McAllister, who recently was a senior international. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at how the match went the last time the Pembroke Panthers faced Mount Pleasant Mavericks, Dan.
Yeah, so here we are. It was an impressive match, a 4-3 win for the Panthers on the night, but a lot of matches that could have went either way. To be honest, a fantastic ladies doubles that night. Probably the match of the night. To be honest,
Absolutely.
That was back then, and we've got a repeat of that tonight. So, but with Sophia is replacing NASA is replacing Sophia.
NASA is replacing Sophia, yeah.
But again, still should be a great game, and also a switch up in the singles. Adam and Dylan will be again.
Who would you fancy there, Dan?
That should be a great game. Maybe Adam would edge it out on experience over Dylan, but Dylan's putting in huge amount of work and has progressed really well this season. So I think it's going to be a really close match.
It is going to be
really competitive.
Absolutely agree with you.
But for me, Adam just maybe has that little bit more experience at the minute. But I'm really interested to see how Dylan handles the whole situation the BPL final night, and it could potentially bring the best out in him.
I'm looking forward to seeing. I mean, for me, K.Frost is the #1 ladies doubles player in the country for me, and I'm particularly looking forward to seeing her play with. M.Shochan is we keep saying she's an up-and-coming talent, and she absolutely is. She's been injured for a little bit. She's back, but she's an incredible talent. And they're going up against, I suppose, the 2 Flynn sisters, but Shifra in particular, for me, is one of the most gifted players that potentially we've had for many years in Ireland, and that's going to be a very interesting ladies doubles alongside her sister Nasa. I think it's a Flynn trait that they're all very agile. They cover the court incredibly well, so that's going to be an interesting match, Dan.
Absolutely, and Michelle as well. Has made the Irish under-19 final alongside Paige Woods. Has been in the national ladies doubles final as well. Yeah. So she has pedigree in the doubles, although maybe would be more stereotypically a singles player. I think Shifra and Nasa will have that good on-court chemistry, which will help them throughout the match. But I would agree with you. Kate would definitely be the one that would take the lead in that match. So here we go, men's singles. First up, D.Noble versus A.McAllister.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, Dan, and I suppose that's why we're here. You've got, A.McAllister. We talk about Dylan being the youngster, but A.McAllister still, maybe, what is he, 23? Still very young. Certainly one of the most gifted players, technically, that we've had probably in the last, that has come through our system. And as you said earlier, it is going to be very interesting to see how Dylan. He's playing against a senior international here, so it's going to be interesting to see the way this match pans out.
Yeah, absolutely. And Adam got his first senior cap for Ireland this year in the European men's team qualifiers. Has worked very well. Has featured in a number of national finals. He's yet to get his maiden national title, but he's been knocking at the door in the last number of years, and has been very competitive in the finals he's played, especially in the men's doubles.
Yeah, and as we know, the national titles don't hand those out too easily, Dan.
Yeah,
You know,
and to be honest, he can play all three. He can play singles, he can play doubles, he can play mixed. He has a very good partnership with Rachel Woods at underage. I was at a European Junior Championships where they beat the number 8 seed from Holland in one of their opening rounds and went another round into the competition. And he's dangerous in that. He can play doubles.
Yeah.
We've seen him in national finals and men's doubles, and then he's played a number of national men's singles finals already. Yeah. So, and as you said, still young.
Well, he moves very well. He's got really good footwork. He covers the court, really, really well, and he's really nice to watch, his footwork and his strokes as well. So I think when you combine those, Dan, well then sure, why wouldn't you be able to play all three? And he certainly can. So yeah, this one will be interesting to see. And I think as well he's got great composure on court. In the tough moments, he doesn't. He keeps his composure, which you and I both know is easier said than done at times. But he ticks a lot of boxes, does Adam.
Yeah, and on the other side, you've got D.Noble, who's recently, win senior domestic titles for the first time. I think he's got 2 wins this year already on a domestic scene. He also made last 16 of the Spanish Junior this year, where he beat good opposition from France and Denmark before losing out to the number 1 seed at that event. So Dylan's progressing well up through the senior ranks and is also very competitive.
And he's still only 17, isn't he?
Yeah, so he'd be one of the younger players in this final, but. Yeah, a great opportunity for him. It's always nice to be maybe the underdog in an event where it's 5 to 11. There's chance to steal points through power plays. I would prefer to be the 17-year-old and the older player having to have everything to lose.
Yeah. But I think as well, an arena like this is. It's a great opportunity for players to be tested and see to some degree what they're made of. Can they match up? But all shall be revealed, Dan, very soon.
Absolutely. Right, we'll cut across. So, Mike, who's on the chair and who's the service judge this time?
Well, Roby Vitour is the service judge, and Guy Wheeler is in the high chair tonight. So Roby is. Very experienced umpire and has certainly, same as Derek, has gone abroad to umpire many times. Guy is umpiring for many years, so yeah, a lot of experience. So here we go.
Yeah, 2 brilliant officials. I always enjoy playing under both of these guys. Guy always has the little bit of bling on him and brings something different to the match. And Roby equally he's a character as well, so great to have these guys officiating tonight. Oh, what a net spin.
Yeah, there's not really much you can do about that, Dan, when somebody spins it that tight. You just gotta...
1-2.
So Adam leads 2-1.
We can see that from the commentary booth here when we look down, so that shot was out. I can confirm that. Just a little bit of a tight spin for Dylan to control off the net.
So Dan, I'm going to put you in a spot. Call this one. I'll ask you to call it, then I'll call it.
Yeah, for me, I would give this one to Pembroke. I just think the experience of Adam will come through. I think it'll be very competitive, but Adam has the experience of playing in a number of BPL finals.
Lovely
as well.
Lovely slice from Dylan. Yeah, I think the badminton gods would certainly be pointing towards Adam McAllister for all of the things you've just said. But you know what? Dylan's a young kid. He's 17. He's got nothing to lose here. But a nice scalp to take. So let's see. But I would go for McAllister. Lovely backhand drag from Adam.
I know you. So it's one that you're very fond of, and Adam plays it very well. it means he can switch up the pace very well. So he can go from being relaxed and then just suddenly change the pace and play with speed. And that's a good attribute that Adam has. And he hits a good firm smash. Despite being one of the smaller players out there, he has decent power. It's a good firm stroke.
Yeah. No, he certainly ticks an awful lot of the boxes, the skill sets that you would need. He moves well. He's technically very good. You know, he makes good decisions. You know, he really is. He does tick all the boxes, and I suppose he's the Prideros Common at the end of the day, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the players from the West that has really broken through. And
5-3.
He has like a really good, strong pedigree from his underage badminton all the way up to senior. He's played, you know, I think every national team at underage level, all the way up until his first senior cap this year.
He's just missed that.
Service over.
But also has gone into full-time work recently. Now a teacher.
Yeah.
So maybe not doing the exact same hours that he would have done in the lead up to when he was playing with the national team. So cut back a little bit. Dylan's putting a huge amount of effort and covering, I would say, more training hours than Adam. But again, as you said, 17, he's on his way up. So definitely is going to be one of the big contenders in the next number of years in Ireland, and already this year did very well, reaching semi-final of the nationals. And you know, he's going to be a player that's going to be on the radar for a long time.
Yeah, uncharacteristic unforced error there from A.McAllister. We're back at 5-6, so there's really not a lot in this, and it will be interesting, Dan, to see. You know, you're saying that you know, Adam working full time, not maybe putting in as many hours as he once did, just to see how the fitness levels can be maintained here. You know, I know Dylan's only 17. You know, can he? Will he? You know, I think time will tell. But it's a very good test for him to go up against Adam.
Yeah, I certainly would think Adam wouldn't want this to be a 5-set marathon. He'll keep the speed high. He'll look to finish this quick and fast in each of the sets. Dylan will look to, you know, play these long rallies, get Adam working. But in a fast environment like this on a finals night, it's not easy to open up the court and make it big.
Yeah, absolutely. You see Adam going for the body smash there. You know, I think, Dan, as the night goes on, you know, with the people here, you know, the temperature in the hall it'll get warmer, so it means the shuttles will travel faster, and it will suit the attacking player if you can keep it in play.
Yeah, it's all about that forecourt, taking the front, setting up your attack. Nice flip. Oh, unlucky Adam. He did everything right in that rally to set it up, and
he just missed the final point.
Yeah.
Because he normally travels with mother and auntie in tow, doesn't he?
Yeah, I see Catherine there, right at the back of the court, dressed in green tonight, I believe. And yeah, auntie beside her as well.
Yes, in the cerise trousers, I think, Dan, we'd call them, is it?
Yeah, great to see them.
Absolutely.
There's some real great badminton fans in the hall tonight. You see Brian Kelly there as well in the back right. Brian attends all of these events, a great promoter for Leinster badminton, and does great work behind the scenes.
Yeah, himself and Jean for years, many years, have been doing, you know, and the biggest compliment I can pay them is that long after their kids stopped playing underage, they kept being involved themselves, you know. So yeah, absolutely.
Jean does huge work on the Leinster Youth Committee, and she's been a big part of the Leinster Nottingham teams that have won in the previous 2 years. Puts huge work in, along with team manager Lisa Rook, who is also the Pembroke manager here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Her son would normally be playing tonight, but he's currently over in France learning French, of all things, on a 6-week stint over there. So you can't be everywhere all the time. Okay, 7, and Adam has already used one of his power plays. Dan, that's an interesting, at such an early stage, would you think?
Yeah.
Does it suggest he's trying to shorten the match and be aggressive, and you know.
Absolutely. I think maybe falls back to what we said. He would prefer to keep this match short, sharp, and fast. It'll be interesting to see if Dylan brings it back to 9. Does he use the power play just to try and get that early lead on the board? You know.
Of course, the last night here when another unforced error. The last night that
yes, here we go.
The Western Warriors played Pembroke. I think Jack O'Brien actually beat Dylan. I think it was in 5, was it? They had a very good singles match.
Yeah, interestingly, Adam was asking for the shuttle change at the same time. He had noticed that Dylan had gone for the power play. So shuttle has been changed. We'll have a new shuttle potentially for either the second game or 10-9 to Adam.
Yeah.
Let's see how it unfolds. Exciting here. Game point, D.Noble, after Adam having such a commanding lead. Whew. He did well to defend that off the body. It was a great smash by Dylan. Oh, great recovery from Adam again. Great angle from Dylan. Adam's in recovery mode here. Body
That's
smash.
a very good smash.
He has targeted Dylan a few times there already, and he's gotten great result from it.
But don't forget that at 9-all in the first set there, what you're seeing is a senior international showing his experience. He's not going for the lines, he's going straight for the body.
Yeah, great choice. Oh yeah, great rally again.
You have to be impressed with the way Dylan is playing so far. You know, he's really working at him, and
Adam took a commanding lead, and then you have to feel that Dylan did a great job
reading him in.
Yeah, getting it back and putting him under that pressure by using the power play. I think he did everything right there. A little bit unfortunate. He hit a really good smash in that power play situation where he hit onto Adam's body, and he wasn't really ready for it. But because Adam plays so much doubles as well, he was able to react and kind of just guide it away.
Absolutely.
But no, he did a really good job there, kept it really competitive. So a good opening game to kick off the night.
Absolutely. And if we look at the two coaches that are out there, Sophia Noble, older sister, mentor, giving him some really good advice, and David Walsh, who's also from Connacht, from Ballina and Mayo, actually is out there giving some badly needed words of advice. And it's great to see the players of that calibre on the same team coming out and just giving a few words down.
Well, I guess if we look back to that previous head-to-head, David had a 3-0 win there over Dylan, so maybe he's using a bit of his insight from that match to give Adam some words of advice.
Yeah, well, let's somehow I don't think this is going to be a 3 straight tonight. I think this could go the whole distance, Dan. So here we go.
Out. Service over. 1 love. Service over. 1-all.
Okay, 1-1.
Yeah, Dylan's coming out all guns blazing at the start down, which you'd expect. You know, he's a set down, but he's going for it.
That's that backhand drag that you like, Mike. Going for the body again.
Yeah, it's a shot actually. I actually play. Sorry, I won't say play. I used to play particularly well myself, which is surprising when I was a doubles player. You would tend to associate that with a singles player.
A technique that you enjoy.
Yeah, it was somebody like, you remember Ben Caldwell, you know, going through the various technique programs in the coaching conferences and stuff like that. You know, we spent a bit of time just working on different techniques, and that was one of them. And even at the ripe old age I was then, I could still, you know, you can always learn things.
Absolutely. And I guess we've got to give a big shout out to all of the sponsors here tonight.
Absolutely.
So we've got Oscar Travels, who have sponsored Trueway. We've also got Yonex, of course, our sponsor of Leinster and the BPL. So big thanks to the sponsors, a huge help towards the game and towards these nights and making them possible.
Yeah, I think it's, without sponsors like that, we can't, we don't get to experience nights like this. And if you look down here tonight, you'll see, I'm sure, people in the hall who are maybe in their 80s, and you'll see people in the hall who maybe are not quite 10 years of age, and they're all enjoying the wonderful sport. And that's and we thank the sponsors for facilitating and supporting that.
Yeah, you've got Vinoy, who's down helping out set up the hall, but one of the lead workers in Oscar Travels, big supporter of the BPL, and great to have that endorsement of the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Again, body.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Dan. I think the smash to the body has to be the play.
If you're coaching Dylan now, you would have to be telling him that can also become a weapon for him if Adam constantly does that, to try and turn the shuttle away from him, use that to open up his court, but so far it's worked very well for him.
Back to 4-all. Be very interesting now, Dan, in the next few points, because this game could go 2 straight or 1-all very, very quickly, and it'd be very interesting to see whether Adam can impart his experience. Very good straight smash there.
Do you think Dylan maybe was expecting it to the body that time? Because you could see he almost, if you look at replay there, he's setting up more. We just missed it, but
yeah, I think he was. You're right. I don't think he was expecting the smash wide, but hey, that's the experience that comes with someone like A.McAllister,
Good jump out, left leg jump from Dylan. The one thing I would like to see Dylan would be a little bit more aggressive on the spins. You see he's feeding it onto the net, playing like the fishing type net drop, and that's giving Adam the choice to come in to spin or to hold flick. And again, that means Dylan's going to be late on the shuttle, and he's not going to be able to get up, use his height, create his angles.
Yeah, he probably is a little passive on the return to serve. I mean that's quite a passive return to serve, so I think you're right.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it means you can see he's, for the last maybe 5 points, he's always been the one below level tape. Where Adam's been the aggressive one, high on the tape, gives him the option to hold, to stop, and that catches up in your legs as well. Yeah,
I think the advice should be given Dylan is you've got to be more aggressive on the return to serve. You've got to look to take the shuttle earlier at the tape and dictate.
Yeah, again,
you can see,
it's that fishing net drop, and it just gives Adam the opportunity to rush the net or to spin, and then Dylan has a lot of work to do. Adam that time just a little bit unfortunate catch in the net court.
But the interesting thing was, in a way, Dylan teed him up to come in and spin. He almost invited him to come in and spin, which you don't want to do that. So it certainly needs to be more aggressive in the forecourt on the return to serve.
Yeah. Or play more into the neutral area, like that one to the service line's fine, because then Adam has to feed onto the net.
Uncharacteristic mistake, and it's now 6-7.
Another very competitive game, this one. Definitely, it's the front court battle so far that has set the tone in this game. And Adam is definitely the one coming out the best.
Yeah, that's quite passive there. If you look at that, the way he went to play it, he actually dropped his racket and probably took that shuttle about knee height. You need to be taking that shuttle as high as you possibly can to bring the 2 back corners into play as well, Dan.
Yeah, you see, it's maybe a characteristic from junior badminton where he's using that delayed lift, and he might be putting his the younger players under pressure, where you can see it's not causing any deception for Adam. And what he needs to be doing when you're playing a smaller player like Adam is moving the shuttle at speed, not giving him time on the shuttle, making him work the big area of the court, just like that, as opposed to giving him time and letting him dictate the pace.
Yeah, absolutely.
8-9.
But I think there is an element to maybe looking to return serve a little bit more like a doubles player.
Yeah.
Be a little bit more aggressive, take it higher.
Yeah, and that's how singles has evolved. You can see how high Anders Antonsen, Victor Axelsson, oh, beautiful shot.
Yeah. Lovely change of direction there.
That's how they, you know, they're so aggressive, rushing forward. They call it the Danish press, where they play angle and
but
play
the funny
early
thing,
net.
Dan, is his stance is quite far forward.
Yeah.
Which is where it should really be, and I would say it's more far forward than most of the singles players.
11-9, 11-8. So following what we had predicted so far, you know, it's going to take Dylan switching this up and being more aggressive if he's going to compete. Adam's got too good a shot quality.
Yeah.
If he's given time on the shuttle.
Yeah, my advice to Dylan here would be, particularly in the forecourt, he's in a very forward attacking stance when he's receiving, but his return is quite passive, so I would be looking to almost get him to receive serve more like a doubles player and be more aggressive and force the lift. You know, because you know he's got a great game. There's no reason why this can't go to 5. There's no reason why he can't, you know, beat Adam. But when you're 2 sets down, it's a steep hill to climb. It really is.
Yeah, it is. You know, it could get interesting if Dylan takes this game, you know, and then Adams, you know, it's not easy to play that more aggressive style for 5 sets, you know, or even 4 sets. So although he's setting the pace, that does catch up with you at some point. But Adam will just be like you know, taking that gamble now. If I get the lead, then Dylan gets nervous and gives him some cheaper points that he doesn't have to work for. Then he can continue to play at that speed, use a power play, and try and get it wrapped up early. The putty again. So much success on that shot. Yeah. But it's all set up by exactly what you said. The return to serve.
It's quite passive. It's very passive, and
a hold flick that just Adam isn't falling for at the minute.
Yeah.
Even if he wants to hold and then maybe stop net, but to mix it.
But even to step in there and just spin straight in front of you and force the lift, now you're in control. Funny, he seems to have taken a slight step back.
There we go. This is the one that you asked for, Mike. And again, this time I had a much more positive result setting up the net. But again, Adam's quality there. The interesting thing about that was you can see from the replay, Adam was much more aggressive on his turn there, where Dylan had the full power smash, so he's not giving Dylan time to come in and spin the net, where when Dylan's feeding it high off the returns, it's giving Adam the chance to spin tight net, and Dylan can't get the full court lift away. Nice. Dylan gave Guy the look as if to say, did I go over?
Service over.
Yeah.
1-2.
Don't think he did, but I certainly wouldn't be giving an umpire a look there, because you don't want to you don't want to bring it to their attention that you think maybe you did go over.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be my philosophy.
Nice deception.
Good full court backhand clear there from Dylan. Again, it's just at the forecourt he's not causing Adam so much trouble. I would love to see Dylan get more opportunities to play those overhead shots, and we know he's dangerous overhead.
Yeah, but the only way you can do that, Dan, is by, as you well know, is by dictating the net and being early on the net and setting yourself up, you know.
Yeah, you see the opposite there, where Adams return a serve. He did a little delay, but then suddenly played net. So his variation sometimes, if he does do a deception, sometimes it's rear court, sometimes it's front court, where we've seen, I'd say maybe 80% of Dylan's returns has been a hold and then a flick to the long corner. There we go, that's something different. And that's what it sets up. Brilliant from Dylan that time.
I would say definitely, I think Adam is winning the battle in terms of setting it up from the net. You know, and there he is.
Good angle from Dylan though to cut off, using the tee that time instead of just playing to the straight. Yeah, good rally. Nice body shot.
Yeah, As the last two smashes Dylan has hit has been straight to the body. You just wonder, is Adam feeling a little bit
I think he is
fatigued?
I think there's no doubt about it.
Because Dan, it is a very it is a high-paced game. I know you could say we've only played 2 sets to 11, but it's been a very fast pace.
But the way Adam has played, he's been doing what we've said. He's been aggressive, high on the net. That does take its toll on you. So if Dylan can get this game, then it will start to get exciting. What a
lovely deception from Adam. See, can we look at that again, Dan? Look, boom.
Beautiful.
He just went to take it late, but suddenly flicked into the corner.
4-3 Adam, and just Dylan running out of a little bit of time. He needs to make sure that he keeps this score close now. I like the way he's starting to use net off return of serve now instead. Yeah, and he's pressing forward after it. Ah, again, great stick from Adam.
Beautiful stick smash.
Yeah, fantastic.
And quite, you would have to say, quite courageous, Dan, also. Quite courageous, just inside the line.
I think you've called out Adam because, you know, he's using the power play 5-3.
Yeah.
And what that would do is it would apply a lot of pressure on Dylan. You might see 1 or 2 or more unforced errors, and Adam can relax a bit more as opposed to have to force the pace. There he is. He's winning that net so much
every time. Yeah. And his variation, you know, and it's interesting, Dan, the men's doubles we've just seen there with Yo, there's an element of his variation and taking the pace off, maybe in A.McAllister as well. It's a skill, obviously not the same level, but you've just seen it there where Dylan was waiting for the heavy smash, and it was almost a slow cut cross court to win it.
Yeah. He's done it throughout the game, from returning the low serve, from overhead. He's just showing that he's got that little bit more of array of shots than what Dylan has had. But
if you look at, say, Adam 23, and you ask yourself, is there anybody his age, you know, that it's hard to point to a better technician, you know, over the last 10 years than him, like footwork, backhand, forehand, net, you know, overhead. You know, I can't think of any better technicians that I would point to. I mean, Callum Thomas from Waterford does have a particularly good set of hands, but I think overall he wouldn't.
Yeah,
no disrespect to him, but he wouldn't move as well as Adam, and well, very few would be as good all round. And you can see Adam, he is going for it right now.
He's looking to finish this in 3 sets. I agree with you about Callum Thomas. I seen him earlier this week, and Callum is one of those real shot makers. That shot that Adam played, Callum will be down practicing that the next night and pulling it off with ease.
No, I think Callum Thomas, if you're listening, you know, I think what we're giving you a shout out here, and we're saying you do have incredibly gifted hands. And it's
one of the best in the business.
Absolutely. I actually don't know anybody who I could say, you know, has hands of that quality. I mean, when I umpire, Dan, I get to watch it from a different perspective, and some of the stuff he plays is just stunning. Anyway, enough of the Callum Thomas love-in.
Yeah, you know, it's been a really, really good performance here from Adam so far.
Very professional.
Yeah, if I was coaching him in this game, I would have asked him to approach the game like this. Be aggressive, take your net, win that battle. Dylan's now starting to take the step forward, just a little bit too late. Good man, Dylan. I like the fact that he's going for the power play here. I think that's really, really smart.
Well, there's no point leaving it on the perch, Dan. You might as well use it.
Yeah, but if he wins this at 7-9, it's an interesting game again, and he can get his way back into the match. And I like it. He's rushing the serve. He's playing smart here. This is clever by Dylan. Adam's so aggressive off the net. Out.
7-9.
Yeah, no, I think he was right there.
You can't tell
the power play shuttles. I don't know if it's the paint, I don't know if it's the red cork or my imagination, but for some reason they seem to always play faster.
It's probably all of the above, Dan.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic! Now you see 8-9. A really clever play from D.Noble. Extremely good.
And you know what? If Dylan can take this set, Dan.
Yeah, it's game on.
It's game on.
Yeah. Like if you were a bookie, the odds start to swing a little bit to the younger, fitter player.
For me, Adam seems very, very tired at the moment.
Yeah, but because he's playing at the speed he's playing.
And you can see there, Dan, the way Adam, he went all in. He totally committed to getting to the net. and taking that net kill, safe in the knowledge that if it went over his head, he was beat. But he committed and he got the rewards.
Yeah. So here we have match point. Good angle.
One of the things I would like to have seen is Dylan being a little bit more aggressive overhead. I think aggressive in the forecourt and aggressive overhead.
Yeah, I like that what he just did there, where he was early on the net, set it up, and then he mixed it with that angle slice. I think he needs to do that to make the court big for Adam, especially now in this part of the game. He's going to have to be ready here because Adam's going to be aggressive off this return. Good net. Yeah, this angle, I think that's the right play from him. Oh, cross court.
Yeah.
Solid win there from A.McAllister. The man who's made his senior debut for Ireland this year. Once again made national final. He's earned the first point for Pembroke in what could be a very exciting match.
Yeah, and to be fair to him, Dan, I think the pressure was all on him. As you say, he's the senior international now. And when you're a senior international, you get a target on your back. Everybody wants to play you and to beat you. And I think he handled and conducted himself incredibly well out there. But you know, Dylan, you know, he's a young prospect. You know, he's still learning his trade, and you know that's been a very good experience for him.
Yeah, he did a great job there. I think he did a really good job. Kept it exciting. I loved the way he used that power play at 5'9", 5'8", I'm not sure which it was, and got himself right back in the game. Kept it exciting for the crowd. Changed this game up a little bit, but maybe just a little bit too late.
Yeah.
But yeah,
for me, the story of the game was I would have coached Dylan to be more aggressive on the return to serve, to look to spin more and to try and take the shuttle higher. I think it was left quite late. Not saying it would have made a difference. Well, I think it would have made a difference, but would have made a difference in the result, we'll never know. But that would have been the one I would have been telling him. You have to be earlier, you have to be quicker, you have to be a little more aggressive.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're 1 for 1 in our predictions. So both got this one right.
I think you went for Dylan, Dan, in fairness.
Adam?
I'm joking,
yeah,
I'm joking.
If you rewind it, you'll hear that was Adam.
We both went for Adam.
But it was a very good game, and Dylan will be back, and I'm sure he'll feature in a lot of BPL finals in the future.
Absolutely.
So, second match of the night was due to be a women's singles between Sophia Noble and Sarah Boyle. Unfortunately, it's a withdrawal from Sarah Boyle, so that will leave the score 1-1. Pembroke taking the men's singles, and unfortunately with no women's singles here tonight, we'll be moving on to the first men's doubles.
Yeah, and we look at the pair from Mount Pleasant Mavericks, Nate and Juha. You know, and Juha actually played with my own son Daniel in the I think it was the Leinster Open. They actually got to the final. They played really, really well. And I remember you saying to me, Dan, that they would suit each other very well, and they absolutely did. And I think Juha is very quick in the third shot area, but he also really, really packs a heavy punch when he hits it, you know. So this one's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Juha is like a former Finnish junior national team player, so he's got great pedigree in doubles. And
absolutely.
And Nate, another true doubles and mixed player, so they're a very strong partnership. On the other side, David Walsh. It's hard to know actually which David's best discipline is, because again he's an all-rounder, can play all three, but I think he's extremely strong in the men's doubles, and especially when he has a big power player behind him. Tonight he has Darren who can do that, but for me Darren would be more of a traditional singles player who's got great hands, great deceptions, but I think we've had a difference in opinion on this one. I think for me, I think Pembroke might steal it, but I think you were saying Mount P.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of Nate play, but I mean, I know what Juha can do, and you know, he's very quick in the forecourt. He serves, returns very well, and he really, really does hit it. So, you know, I'll stick my neck out and say I might just give Mount Pleasant Mavericks the
Yeah, again, I think a very close matchup.
Yeah.
Very close matchup. And again, neither of these two are partnerships.
Yeah.
So it adds that little bit of unpredictability into it. Here's the Juha and Nate coming out. Definitely two of the taller players here tonight.
The question is how, I mean, how old is D.Rajulapati? How old is he, Dan?
Darren, I know he's attending university, so he's in his early 20s, and Darren's played a lot of singles for Pembroke this year. Let's see if he featured in their last head-to-head. So it was men's doubles, and it was against Juha. Both of them had different partners. Darren in with Brian Colgan, Juha in with O.Marron, and it was 3-1.
So we're tossing a coin here, Dan, really, aren't we?
Yeah, it looks very even on paper, very, very even. Interesting to see early on in the match which partnerships mold best together.
And of course, in the chair tonight is Sarah Kilfeder. Of course, in a matter of weeks, Sarah will be heading off to the Olympics, Dan. She's officiating, and I'm sure Nat and our own Rachel will probably bump into her over there, because she went on as a volunteer, and as she's an umpire and she's also a lines judge and a lines judge coordinator, she has a job at the Olympics in the badminton as a player marshal. So she'll be there making sure that the players are in the corridor where they're meant to be, in the right order, checking their clothing and stuff like that. So, like, what a great job to have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in the recent years, the badminton Ireland court officials have been really active going across some of the European events.
Yeah.
We've seen, people volunteering with the All Englands.
Well, Sarah lines judge at an All England final, and she also umpired China v England under 13 one of the mornings on the show court in the All England arena. So, guys, not everybody gets to be a player All England standard, but like, there's so many different roles in court officials that you can get a front row seat. There really, really are. Seamus Halpin will tell you that. He's been a top umpire for years, and Sarah is now doing likewise, as am I, but unfortunately my age is a bit against me, Dan. I'm a little too old to go abroad, but Sarah's doing absolutely fantastic. She's the brains behind the line judges every year for the AIG Irish Open, and deserves massive, as does our own Greg Farland, the guys, for coaching them and mentoring them, because I think, based on what I've seen, the standard of line judging we have at our top events is so much better than anything else.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job, and all of the volunteers here tonight and the ones that give up their time in Badminton Ireland, they do fantastic work, and they're giving up their own time for it. But I guess it's because, like ourselves, we love the game, and it's great to be around it, and so many roles now to be involved. So anyone out there thinking of how can I get involved, why not start that first step of becoming a line judge or an umpire? Okay, we're back with Mr. A.McAllister, who has put Pembroke in the lead. He's fixing the hair there. He wants to look good for the camera. So, Adam, talk us through impressive start. You had 3 games to 0 win, and I think it's fair to say you set the pace very high at the start of the game and maintained it throughout.
Yeah, pretty high, yeah. The focus from the start, I suppose, was just keep the tempo as high as I can, because I probably have that extra bit of pace on him now. He's the taller young fella. I'm sure he'll grow into his body a bit more, but I knew if I could keep that one speed above him, I suppose, for the whole game, that I should be okay, and that's kind of just what I tried to do. A couple of nerves at the start, definitely a couple of nerves at the start. I'm sure it's a big crowd, Premier League final night, so it's always going to be there, but yeah, I settled into it after the first couple of points, and nice to put one on the board.
I think nerves are always, nerves aren't something you should worry about or be afraid of? Nerves or just
No.
your body telling you that, hey,
Yeah.
we've got to do something here? But,
Yeah, well, look, I've played enough important matches
Absolutely.
on my 23 years on this planet, so I know how to deal with them at this stage, thank God.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and we mentioned there that this year was your first year representing Ireland. You got your
Yes.
senior cap, and we felt that, like what you said, that experience paid off. Is it fair to say that a lot of the match there was win around the front of the court?
Yes.
And was that a game plan?
Absolutely, yeah. It wasn't about hitting huge power or anything from the back, but I suppose I played very little kind of close drops from the back. I kind of just played it into court so to get him to block, and then I could be early on the next one.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, you know, at 5'7" or whatever I am, I'm never going to be up Victor Axelson the line or anything like that. But so definitely the game plan. I feel every time I got control of the net, I feel the rally swung my favour.
Yeah, 100%. That's something where we could see that you were feeding it. He was playing net, and you were controlling the tempo well. So tell us, with the match coming ahead, do you see a Pembroke win tonight, or how do you see it playing out?
Yeah, well, I think it's definitely possible. I think with no ladies singles and also no third mix is a bit of a blow. So I suppose we're 2 down from the very start, but I think it's definitely possible. However well the lads get on here, hope 4-1 down is not fantastic to start with. I haven't seen anything, but hopefully they can pull it out of the bag. I definitely think we can win the 2 mixed anyways. And
so you're going for a 4-3 win for
Yes.
Pembroke, or 4-2 potentially.
Yes, exactly. It's what Schumacher said. It's not about how fast you cross the line as long as you get there, isn't it? So we'll take 4-3 definitely. Yeah.
Well, we'll hop back to the match. Adam, congratulations on your win today, and congratulations on your senior cap this year.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic
Well
season
deserved,
for
well
you.
deserved.
Yeah, thank you. It's a
And,
big year for me now.
And best of luck for Pembroke for the rest of the night. Hopefully you might get across the line this year.
For the first time ever, yeah.
Well
Thanks,
done,
lads.
Adam. Well played,
Cheers.
well played.
Right.
Service over. 7-2.
Okay, so very good start from the Mount Pleasant boys, and I think, Dan, there's no points for guessing their tactic here. They're going for Darren, like, you know, I mean, talk about making it obvious, and to be honest, if you and I were down there, we'd be doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, Darren, you can see the way he's setting up in his defense is more a singles type base. He's not used to blocking, and again, it could be a little bit of pre-match nerve. The two more established doubles, along with Dave's an established doubles players, are just more comfortable out there so far.
But what's impressive for me is that it looks okay. What's impressive for me is that sometimes when players go out to play, they kind of go into autopilot and they run with whatever happens in the rally, whereas the two guys are consciously targeting him. You know, and I think that's impressive that they can think whilst they're playing, and that's not an easy thing to do, Dan, as you well know.
No, absolutely not.
So here we are, 3-9.
Oh, good press by Juha as well. That's what you talked about earlier, about how he controls the front of the court so well.
Yeah, he's very good in the forecourt. He serves, I mean, look, if you can't serve or receive and third shot well, then you're in trouble in playing doubles, and he does all three incredibly well. Commentator's curse, that's what that's called, that.
Yeah, but he's brave enough to vary it wide and mix it onto the body and serve T, like you can see.
And it's a brave serve on that side because he's opening the court. He's opening his partner's backhand.
Nate there is a very deceptive front court player. You can see his reach, and he's really good at deadening the shuttle. I know from playing against him in BPL, it's deceptive the amount of stuff that he can cut out and can reach. Doesn't look especially natural at the front, but does all the right things with the shuttle. You has a bit more natural, but
yeah, I'm not sure Juha's playing as much as he has in previous years, but he's got quality written all over him, you know, and so does Nate as well. I should say as well, You know, we've K.Frost out there. She's given the boys some very good tactical advice. You know, as I said earlier, for me, she's the best ladies doubles player in the country by, you know, by a fair bit. So it's great to see Kate out there passing on the very seasoned international experience.
Yeah, great mind, great read of the game, great tactical player.
Very good technical player as well, Dan.
Yeah, she's smart and she knows what to do. So let's see if the boys have taken any of the advice on board and if they can apply that to the second game. I do think Darren will get better as the match goes along. The two boys have controlled it, two big, tall, difficult players to play against, but you know, David will be able to step up, and they're already a much more positive move by Darren.
Yeah, much better start. A lot of this, Dan, in this format, it can be about momentum as well and confidence, you know.
Yeah, look at this.
And there's two.
I think once Darren starts to get in and believe, David's a great encourager. He'll work really well with him.
Yeah, listen, there could have been nerves from his point at the start, you know, so...
Nate again cutting out at the front. It's what he does really well. If it was me out there now, I'd be looking to get Nate more to the rear of the court, moving him around side, back box to back box, and trying to keep him away from that front, because you has angle and Nate's cutouts.
Yeah, and you can see the third shot there. The return to serve was put straight at Juha, and he basically laid it off to the side. It was lifted, and he absolutely buried the smash. So he's definitely a top doubles player.
Again, we just see how they're not a partnership. There's a lot of bumping into each other at the minute. Getting away with it that time, but
uncharacteristic miss there.
Juha and Nate look a little bit tighter as a partnership, as opposed to Darren and Dave, who are not that comfortable so far together.
But is that because that's a great return to serve? Is that because Darren is, you said, maybe more of a singles player?
Yeah,
like the two boys are doubles players, so they're working it out. They know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's easier to work out once you're playing doubles at a high level.
You know, and you can see as well. You can see maybe Darren's defence isn't that of a doubles player.
Good switch from Nate. Good switch from Darren. There, you see, this is what David normally does so well. He blocks and comes in, and then Adam, when he plays with David, presses up behind him, where you can see sometimes when Dave's making the move and they switch it to the other side, Darren's late on it. Yeah. That's maybe the difference.
And I think it's obvious the boys are really pressing his serve. You know, if you want to intimidate somebody in doubles, you really press their serve, and they're doing that extremely well.
I know David's played a lot of his doubles normally, 2 round the backs.
And he's missed the easy one down. It's always the way, isn't it?
There we go, round the back, hit, good defense, and then the simple one.
Misses the easy one.
He really took a chance there, Dave, with the cross, and he did catch Nate unaware. But great rally. Now 5-4. Suddenly, how the game can switch.
Yeah. And you can see Juha's returns the serve are just really top drawer. He's taken the shuttle really early. He's not waiting for it to drop. I always say you try and take it as high as you can, you know, and he knows exactly where to put it. He's put it out. Yeah, probably the better option there would have just to play the spin straight in front of him and set up the smash.
It's an interesting switch as well, because we're seeing a lot of Nate with A.Jermyn this year in the league. So it's interesting they've gone with Juha and Nate. They've used a lot of players in their final, because you see O.Marron features A.Jermyn, Nate features, Juha features Dylan. So, you know, 6 men, you know, it's great to have that luxury to rotate 6 men.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of the players in that team that you would give 2 games. You'd easily put O.Marron into 2 matches, easily put A.Jermyn into 2 matches.
Absolutely, yeah.
And either of these 2 guys as well. So a great luxury that Mount Pleasant have, along with their stalwarts Willie Lacey and Chippy Peard.
Chippy Peard, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
2 other versatile players that could easily hop in as well.
Because Mount Pleasant was my club when I played in Dublin as well. I think I played the winning shot in the first ever Senior Cup win. alongside the late, unfortunately late, but nonetheless great Angela Carr.
Okay.
That was neither yesterday nor today. So yeah, I will be, even though I'm meant to be impartial, I would be veering towards Mount Pleasant tonight, because it's where I played when I was in Dublin, plus where I met my wife, Dan, as you well know.
Well, in that case, then I'll have to hop on for Pembroke, because that was the first club that I played for when, when I was in Dublin, and win BPL along with under manager Brian Coughlin at the time. So we'll just have to split the camp here. But
It's getting very close, Dan.
9-8. I think Darren has settled much better.
Yeah, he has. I think the first set was, we'll put it down to nerves, you know, and he's settled in.
David now doing what he does so well, commanding the front court, and I think that's good. Darren should let Dave do that. Go and take chances at the front, and then try and be the player that covers him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think unless
Power play, yeah.
Unless they can get a handle on the net and get to the net first and dictate the net, they're not going to win this match.
This one could be crucial. This one could be crucial.
Seamus Halpin watching.
Flick. Good. Well up by Darren. Nice layoff by Dave. Good move by Juha there. That's a nice save.
It's quite deep, actually. Juha in his. Oh, beautiful!
Oh. And it's in from David. You gotta love that celebration from the Mount Pleasant guys. Nathan Juha really getting the crowd involved.
Celebration from the Flying Finn, absolutely.
Asking for the crowd to add to the support. So,
but that was a beautiful delayed, just push cross court there, Dan. It's a pity we missed it on the action replay, but fantastic from it was Nate.
I guess when you're the one that's 9 up. And you're on the power play, it's easier to do that. Or the other side, you could see Darren was taking all the safe choices, and David was taking, which you would.
Yeah, of course, of course, yeah. You don't want to make the mistake if you're receiving, but if you're on the power play, you'll risk it. And there's A.McAllister out giving the words of advice. But Dan, you would have to say it's going to be a tough call from here. It's all 2 sets down.
Yeah, you might have got this one right, Mike, because I felt that for Darren and Dave to win it, that they would have to win the opening games, and I thought Dave's experience might have been what would have got them over the edge. But Nate and Juha started so well in the first. I would say, actually, you know, David and Darren actually deserved to win that match, but the boys used their power play at the right time, got back to 9-all, used the power play at the right time, so maybe sneaked it.
See, as you know, I umpire as well, so I've umpired a lot of the open events, and I've seen all of the guys play at the latter stages, but I haven't really seen Darren play at the latter stages of any events. So I haven't really seen him play much at all. I have the other 3, so that's why I went with the Mount Pleasant boys, you know. That's yeah, very impressive.
Was this one in? Yeah, well inside.
Yeah. A very good attack on the serve. Very good attack.
Yeah, Nate's not afraid to cut out, and what's really interesting is his reaction speed at point-blank range in front of the service line.
Yeah, you can see that third shot there now as well.
David drops the racket. Almost got it back up. Let's have a look at this one.
Watch the third shot here, Dan. Watch the third shot from Nate.
Press
he
here.
laid it off beautifully.
Dave racket out of the hand. Racket back in the hand, but just not
quick enough. Yeah, Dave was right.
Beautiful. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. He's not afraid to move around the serve, and you see how quick he was on the third there. Just a little bit unfortunate not to make the kill, but definitely Nate and Juha doing all the right things so far. Yeah,
I mean, you know, he certainly moved both of them, Dan. They really do take the serve, the return early, and they're not afraid to come forward and attack.
Yeah, I
Then
think,
again, that's why they're double. There you go again.
I think they need to try and go past Nate. The soft returns to the midcourt.
Yeah, he's all over it.
He's all over them. And even during the rally, the soft layoffs in front of him, he's dominating. No, that type of return's better.
Yeah.
You know, just every
Get
so
it past
often.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
get it into the long corners. And Yuha also, he's a big guy, but it's much more difficult for him to get down into the sides. Well done by David. Fantastic switch.
I think it was out.
Yeah, great switch by Dave, but Darren's just not getting his consistency out. So let's see what Yuha can do on serve. Yuha's funny because he can go through a run of serves where he's fantastic making points, and then he does make the odd unforced error as well. That's a lovely shot by Darren that time.
Yeah, I think
Dominating display here.
6-4.
yeah, the next point or two is going to be crucial here. And interesting, the guys still have one power play left, but David and
David's doing a great
Darren
work here.
have 2 power plays left.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I would be playing the power play.
Yeah.
Why would you wait?
Yeah,
You know.
maybe now if he gets this one, do you think he might play the next one? David now being very the aggressive player. He's taken. He's taken. I'm not going to say the wrong choice by going forward because he kind of has to do something to change it up, but it's dangerous.
But he's coming over, I suppose, as well. He's covering more than his side of the court because he's really trying to influence the game here.
Yeah, because it's just this. What he's afraid of is they're laying off in front of Darren, and Darren's lifting straight like you would in singles.
Here we go.
And if you don't move the shuttle, this could wrap it up.
This is a match ball, Dan, practically.
Yeah, you got to feel if they get to 10 that there's no way back for the boys. So
Of course, you can only play 1 power play per game, can't you?
yeah.
So the guys have not used all their power plays.
Oh, well played, David. Just a simple layup, but did the right thing. In. Good, Darren.
Yeah, it's in.
Crucial. These guys now, I agree with you, Mike. They need to use the power play. If it's not 6, then it must be the next one. Yes, there we go.
Service over.
Well, it's a
played, David.
no-brainer.
Well played, David.
It's a no-brainer.
Pembroke Panthers claim
This could
power
make it
play.
exciting again. I think flick wide if I had to call here. Yeah. Knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Service over.
Just at the minute, you know, Mike, you're always a good one to talk about this, the importance of serve third shot. And they're not scoring enough points on their serve, and especially on Darren's serve.
Yeah, you know what? I was doing a bit of coaching in Castle Island there last weekend for a group of adults, 16 of them, and I gave them three gems, as I call it. The first gem was serve, and one of my kids, Nina, who I coach, Nika Setikas, when I ask her, what do you do if you can't serve? Oh wow,
That's the same one again.
her response is quit. If you can't serve, quit. But her point is that it's that important, you know. So serve, return, serve, everything else is irrelevant if you can't do those.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in a lot of times it's lost in the modern game. But
Here we go.
10-6 match point. He's very quick on the net, Dan.
They're playing proper men's doubles here. You'd have to say that was a very dominant display from Yuha, and you called it, Mike, and you're 100% right. I felt that Dave, you know, with the experience that he has, would be able to maybe get more involved in the game, and he did try. He did try,
but he wasn't. He was up against not one guy dominating the forecourt. He was up against 2 guys. You know, whereas the guys were certainly targeting Darren whatever they could. But yeah, that was comprehensive, to be fair.
So a look ahead. this has the potential to be a really good match. We've got the two Flynn sisters, Shifra and Asa, up against your pick of the four on court for ladies doubles, K.Frost, current national champion, and M.Shochan. So, talk us through this one, Mike.
Yeah, I think. I suppose, you know, Kate is she's technically one of the best girls we've had for a long time. I think, Dan, you know, I'll get to Shifra in a minute, but all around she's technically very good. And for me, she is unquestionably the best ladies doubles player in Ireland at the moment. M.Shochan is an incredible talent. Probably looked more on as a singles player, but has done incredibly well in doubles. As you said earlier, she got to the Irish Open under 19 final. And she also got to the final of her own nationals, but she was out in Portugal playing with Paige Woods at the under-19s and did incredibly well. So I'm very excited to see how she'll do. I'm always excited to see Shifra Flynn play, because I still think she's a lot to learn on a doubles court, and she's a lot of maturing. But if this girl can mature to anywhere close to her potential, we've got something very special on our hands. I will go for Kate and Michelle in this one. Over to you.
Yeah, I guess for me, again, not just saying this, but I do think this will be a very close match, or has the potential to be. I agree wholeheartedly with you that the big difference on court is Kate. You know, she's played at World Tour level. You know, she's winning, you know, a number of national titles now in ladies doubles. She's got the most doubles knowledge of the four players.
Absolutely.
That being said, you know, if Shifra and Nasa we saw them play a really good final in Mount Pleasant this year against D.Noble and Sarah Boy.
I think I might have umpired that one.
A really competitive opening game, and they can rise to this level. If we look back, we said there was a little bit of a change in partnership, but it was a cracking game. So this one between Sophia and Shifra and Kate and Michelle was probably one of the pick matches of maybe the whole year.
Yes, it was a fabulous match. I think for me, the key to this match we're about to watch is, you know, if I was coaching the two Flynn girls, particularly NASA, well, both of them, I would be encouraging them to be as aggressive as possible. You know, again, I don't think the recipe changes, Dan. Doubles, you know, you got to serve well, you got to return well, and by returning well, you've got to be aggressive. You know, you do the basics right, you know, and I remember saying to somebody recently in Castle Island that, you know, the magic is not in the spectacular. The magic is doing the basics consistently well and at a high standard. And I think the girls, the Flynn sisters, are going to have to serve well. They're going to have to be aggressive in the return and just turn up the volume on their game if they're going to have a chance of winning this. Yeah. But that's just one man's opinion.
No, I agree completely with you. And you know, Mike, you know your doubles very well. So there is a chance for the Flynns to do it, but they do have to try and stick to the tactics that be laid out there, and really kind of work off the fact that they've got a really tight communication, good partnership, sisters working together, as opposed to the rest. Right, we'll switch across here.
We have Nate and we have Juha.
We'll just get you to move on in there, Nate. Get you on camera. So we're here with the winners of the men's doubles. Nate and Juha. No Irish players this time. We've got.
And it's worth saying that I actually called this. Dan said the guys would win, but I went, no, the two lads are going to do it. So just to get that in there for the start.
I felt it was going to be a close match, and with Dave's experience, he could make it. But guys, you were absolutely fantastic from start to finish. Talk us through the match.
I think because I was quite nervous at the beginning, because the last time we played the last round, the last round of the group stages. And we were quite nervous throughout the whole match, and we never thought we got it going. But I think this time, actually, I think from the start we were quite. I think the first set was clinical. Yeah. Then the second set we got a little bit of a shaky start, and then in the luckily Juha got everything going. So in the second set, I think Juha was amazing.
And
then
I think for some reason fairly big crowd is that's we like to play here. So definitely it was a good match, and for some reason, like probably the least stressful match of our little doubles career. But I think yeah, maybe guys on the other end were just a tiny bit more nervous. So I think that played to our result.
Completely agree. That first game, you came out blistering speed. Both yourself, and I think the two of you complemented each other very well. Really aggressive, pushing forward, control the midcourt and the front. Was there a tactic that you had in particular going into the game, or?
Yeah, I think we didn't talk that much, but we kind of agreed that we want to play down, not lift too much because they both hit quite well, and maybe a bit more pressure from the beginning when we return, because we know that this can be a bit like exciting moment to play. So.
Certainly in the first set, Dan and I were looking at each other. We were saying, spot the tactic, because you were targeting Darren with absolutely everything you had, which to me was quite impressive, because not every player can go out and think while they're playing. Sometimes it's autopilot, and you guys just targeted him. And I think we were just saying as well, your serves, your returns, and your third shot, there was just, to me, you gave them a lesson on how men's doubles should be played. So it was quite impressive.
I think, yeah, credit to Juha. Juha pointed out quite early in the game, I think at the second point, that Darren was a little bit more nervous than David, and we needed to focus on him. And then to the point, like we always had problems whenever we played to really to start aggressively, and we were always a little bit down in every single set that we started. So I think go with 4-4s this time, and I think the first set we actually mentioned at the end that we lost 4 points. All of them were our mistakes. So it wasn't like we didn't make them work for the points. And then in the second set, when they got going, when we were talking during the first set, after the first set, we were like, okay, we really need to focus. They're not going to make as many mistakes. We need to make them do the mistakes, because otherwise they're going to get points and we're going to lose them.
And you dominated the first and the third. I think that in the second, the Pembroke boys got a really good lead, and then you used that power play perfectly.
Yeah.
And Nate, in particular, two of the shots of the match was your two little fades. You got it twice in big points.
I mentioned it before the match, like I've never seen Nate not do it, so I was waiting for it.
You did it twice.
You were expecting it.
Yeah. I was very happy about it. Yeah.
The problem with those shots is that if they go over, they're very fantastic. And like, okay, like I remember leading up to this game that when I was younger, I used to play very erratically, and I remember playing singles and being 17-15 down in the third set, and my coach went after me at the end of the set. He's like, everything is fine, but could you not, when you're down 3 points, go cross-court smashes when you're falling behind? So for me, like, these kind of risky shots are in the game, so it's just this time they went over and everything's fine, but if they didn't, I'll be getting...
Yeah, but I think as well, like, it's one thing having that shot in your armory, but the 2 times you chose to play it were absolutely perfect.
Big points.
So sometimes you got to have the courage to play the shot, and you absolutely did, not once but twice. So credit where credit's
I think you
due.
need to get that on your Instagram reel
Yeah,
tomorrow.
absolutely.
Get those 2 shots. And we have to say, we all know David Walsh is like one of those guys at the front of the court that likes to come forward. He was really aggressive, and if he gets on top of the tape, he's hard to play against.
Didn't get a chance.
We felt that today you varied your serve, you controlled that net so well. Did you feel comfortable, or how did you feel out there today at the front of the court?
Yeah, I think I felt quite good. We got a good start, so that definitely helped. I kind of mentioned to Nate before the match, like he can come very quickly forward, like when he really feels it. I think, we kind of played well that he couldn't do it today, so I'm happy about that. So felt surprisingly good.
And you could sense it, because halfway through the second set I realized that my shots are not falling over. Like, I think in the second set there were several shots which were on the net, and they were if they get gone over, perfect, but they didn't. And so my tactic was, okay, let's try to ease off a little bit, make Juha get the kills, and because he was playing very aggressively at the net, everything, so just keep it in, make it easy for him to get the points, and I think that was then key in the second set.
Yeah, and then towards the end of that, then the two of you were pressing forward, and they couldn't find a gap anywhere. So I guess, guys, well done.
Fantastic.
We'll hop back to the play here.
The
Tell
ladies'
us,
doubles.
give us a prediction. What's the end score going to be?
Mount Pleasant Mavericks will win. I don't want to predict the score, but Mount Pleasant Mavericks will win.
If you win, the score doesn't matter.
That is true. That is for me. It's gonna be.
I say we win one more. And that's fine.
One more, and that's fine.
Okay, but just remind you, I did call that you'd win that, guys. I did
It's
say
easy
that.
to say that now that we're here, you know.
No,
Like
I did.
we
He'll tell you.
can
He'll
listen
tell
to the
you.
broadcast though.
He'll
You
tell
know?
you. You can if you want. You can if you want.
Mike had his favourite from the start, so well done, guys. You
Yeah,
made Mike
thank you
very,
very
very happy tonight.
Fantastic,
I will
fantastic.
listen to the,
Well done, guys. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done, guys. Congratulations. So here we are. We're one game in. K.Frost and M.Shochan, 11-4.
11-4. So yeah, I think it's going as kind of I mean, obviously we didn't really get to see the first set because we were chatting to the two guys, but the score is going as we thought it might. But I think what we're looking for is for the two Flynn girls to really step up court and be more aggressive here, Dan. Isn't that right? And not stand back and be passive.
Yeah, this is a crucial match for Pembroke, of course, as well. Now with Mount Pleasant having the lead, and you can see there from the stats, it's 2-1 to Mount P, and then with the additional game, it's going to be a 3-1 lead for them. And
Could be a long night yet, Dan.
could be a long night. So here we are, 11-4 in the opening game, and we're off to the second set.
I have to say I love the way M.Shochan plays. She really does have that competitive streak in her. She's not the tallest, but my gosh, she just doesn't know how to give up.
They're two real great competitors. K.Frost is
Fantastic. Might have been just out. Fantastic cross net.
Service over, 1-all.
I think one of the better performances I've seen from Michelle. She played Portuguese under 19 Open. She lost the first set to a very strong, aggressive Turkish girl, to about 5, and she managed, I don't know how, but she reeled her in, and she managed to get back in the match, and she beat her in 3 sets. She just didn't give up, even though she was carrying maybe a little bit of a fantastic competitor.
and great to see so many people online tuned in. Phil has thrown us the stats here. I think it's 85,000 people watching at the minute. Slightly under that, but it's still great to see everyone online watching, and great to see everyone here on the night as well. So here we are, 3-2 to the Flynn sisters in this game, and the girls are playing nice and controlled badminton. Jump out from Kate, absolutely.
It was just long.
Service over, 3-all.
Where else would you be, Dan, except at the Badminton Premier League final on a Friday night, waiting for your pizza?
4-3.
Where else would you be? It's fantastic looking at the different age groups here. You know, there's so many people of different ages here. It just shows it's a sport for all the ages, you know.
Yeah, great crowd out there tonight. Good mixture of young and old, and it just shows like it's an exciting sport for everyone, and great deals here in the bar tonight, along with some great food. So again,
come on down. It's not too late.
The night's still early, 9:45.
Service over, 5-4.
Great press by Shifra. That tall presence at the front of the court, difficult for Michelle to get
Service
past her
over,
there.
5.
I think when you defend, which Michelle tends to do, with your right foot forward, you know, it can leave you somewhat vulnerable. You're probably better off defending with your left foot forward if you're right-handed, just to give you a bit of space to swing.
Service over, 6.
So
6-5.
Girls back in the lead, and again, it's kind of that momentum thing we talked about. If the Flynns don't manage to get the second game kind of feel that it will be match over from that point.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's going to be very. I mean, anytime that Schifra gets to hit from overhead, you know, she's going to cause you problems. But I just don't think they've got enough. I just think Kate has got too much experience. As you say, she's played.
Oh, we're going for a power play here. They're really trying to make sure that there's no way back for the Flynns.
Yeah. This is called slamming the door down.
Yeah. So Michelle, very good server, nice and relaxed, takes her time. It's a great push as well. Again, that's maybe a little bit of Schifra singles coming out. 2 cross smashes in a row.
Is that in or out? It's out.
Right. 10-5. Game
10 game point.
Yeah, Dan, I think it's inevitable they're going to go 2 sets up, and it's very difficult to see how the Flynns can come back from the 2 if they go 2-0 down.
Service over.
Now, you would think that they should be using their power play at this stage, Dan, would you think?
Yeah, if I was 6-10 and I was that far down, I might save it. Maybe 8-10, you know, because they're going to really need it in this game. And then if they get that one, it would be nice for them to have one.
Yeah, but they can only, the way the match is going, they can only use 1 per game.
Yeah, so like if they would lose it there for me,
yeah,
too big a risk where they really need it in this one. And I think if they're going to win the game, they need to have power plays within their match. The Flynns, if they don't have power play and it's a straight game to 11, I would always favour Kate and Michelle. So maybe a little bit for me, too high risk to use it there at 6-10. I would use it early, hit this game, because like that they need to apply some scoreboard pressure to upset Kate and Michelle, who are going to be really relaxed now.
Yeah, you need to get out of the blocks here.
So here we are, 11-4, 11-6. Michelle to serve.
Dead game. Low wall. Play.
Great press forward.
Yeah, you can just see straight away. But that's like we said earlier, Dan. You know, she is the #1 ladies doubles player in the country, and you know it's you know that's why she's doing that.
Out. Service over. 1-all.
Who does Kate play doubles with regularly at the moment, Dan?
Kate, well, she just finished, you know, that partnership with Moya Ryan, so currently out of the partnerships. So someone for her next year will be a new partnership. And again, Kate's versatile. You've seen her play doubles with different players in BPL. You've seen her play mixed doubles. I was really impressed this year in the Nationals with herself and D.Walsh in the mixed. So I think she's an all-rounder, and even
absolutely.
You know, at the start of her career, played very good singles as well, and a national champion in singles. So,
but she's technically very good. So it's like what we said earlier on about A.McAllister, can play all 3. I think the technically good players can. You know.
Great move by Kate and a great stop at the front of the court.
Yeah, I think, Dan, the inevitable is fast approaching.
Interesting now with Sophia only in 1 event tonight. Potentially maybe a mistake from the way Mount Pleasant fielded their team. Could have been her in the doubles game with Schifra, and you could see last time it was a 5-set marathon match. And they have a good partnership together, Schifra and Sophia. They played World Juniors together, were very competitive there.
Yeah.
So Again, maybe they were just banking on trying to make sure they win that ladies singles, and again, Mount P might want to wrap this up early.
Yeah, I'm not sure that. I suppose it's easier for us to say that now when we look at the 2 matches that were conceded, but Mount Pleasant, when they picked their team, they didn't know that. You know, but I think that's a very good stick. No, you make a very valid point. You know, you want to try and get numbers on the board fairly quickly.
Yeah, I think that's key to a final.
Yeah.
Any final, if you can get points on the board. Ironically enough, when we played the final last year, it didn't work that way. We started off losing all of our games, and then we went 3-0 down and win 4-3. But it puts a lot of pressure on the tail end of the team if it goes that way.
No, I think you're right. I mean, I do think you want to try and get.
What a smash from
Great
Kate.
smash. Lovely cross-court smash, which is probably not what NASA was expecting.
Yeah. Power play again. Not leaving anything to chance.
No prisoners, Dan. No prisoners. Missed it. But you could definitely see the way Kate plays her doubles. You know, she knows what she's doing. She's very experienced, and you know, there's no question she's the #1 doubles player on court, and certainly in the country at the moment. NASA probably maybe lifting the 3rd shot a little bit too much. And Dan, we're still waiting for power plays. We're still waiting for the girls to play a power play.
They really need to.
I mean, they should be playing the power play right now. And I would say, yeah, I would say it's a case of just they're on autopilot. They're not thinking. They're just playing the match. And they haven't copped yet that, oh, we've got a power play, because obviously you don't get power plays in tournaments.
Well, here we are. Match point.
Match point.
10, match point 5.
Well, if they don't use it now, they potentially will never use it.
6, 10.
Yes, NASA said to Shifa there, let's use your power play. Could make it more interesting here if they kick back 8-10, because the serve on Michelle then adds a little bit of pressure to her, and it's better that she's serving to Michelle as opposed to Kate.
But I think coming off,
great return.
I think coming off court with not using all your power plays isn't good, you know. But to be fair, I think we call that.
Yeah, dominant display there.
You know, I think K.Frost absolutely showing her class and her experience against 2 girls, certainly who are lesser experienced than her on a doubles court.
4, 11, 6.
Yeah, Kate was really strong there. So was Michelle. Michelle played her part perfectly. Kate was able to be aggressive, take chances. Michelle covered her very well. So excellent display by Pembroke there. And game on now.
That's 2-all, Dan.
Yeah, 2-2. So that's what you want on a final night. You want it to be exciting. You want it to go down to the wire. You know, you have to look at Pembroke there and say that's a very strong mix that they have fielded in A.McAllister and K.Frost.
Yeah, I would find it hard to see Pembroke not winning first mixed. Let's look at second mixed.
Maybe a bit more even the second mixed.
A bit more even. I would be inclined to look towards maybe David Walsh's experience.
I guess the issue here is they need to win this first mixed.
Yeah.
They need to win this first mixed to keep the final exciting.
I think what's interesting is for second mixed, you would have to say that neither of the girls are mixed players per se. They're both top-class singles players playing mixed. So it's going to be very interesting. But I think Pembroke, for me, will win the first mixed, and then it's going to go to
Yeah, it's
The next one is going to be very, very tight.
Yeah, yeah.
But I will. Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great matchup. That's a great matchup. I guess there'll be a slight timeout now with Schiffer just finishing and going back on for the mixed doubles, and then it's A.McAllister and Kate. So let's see what happens. So we'll be coming back online soon here when first mixed doubles is on court with O.Marron and S.Flynn due to take on A.McAllister and K.Frost.
Hello, just a another Birdie's opening night is such a successful night. They've sold out all hot food, okay? But there is still, there's been a great night. I'd say, look, fair play to say a round of applause actually for the people who got this together and really sharp those birdies up and running. I think everybody there has been enjoying the food. So look, say, just give them a round of applause because they're working hard down here, putting it together, working hard in the bar. If you're still hungry, there's little crisps and things like that and drinks, but they just let you know they're being a bit peckish. They've sold out the hot food. It's obviously been a great night for them. Okay, let's bring on the next match, hopefully in the next minute or two.
Okay, so we're here now with M.Shochan, who had a very good win there in the ladies doubles, put a point on the board for Pembroke. Michelle, talk us through the match.
Well, going into the match as a singles player mostly, I was a little bit nervous, but I think the strong start really helped us to take over and win that match in the end, because Nasa Shifra also are a strong pair, play together a lot, and me and Kate don't have much practice, but on the court we were able to coordinate well, I think. So.
Yeah, and tell us, what was it like playing along with K.Frost, a very established double player, national champion, and you've been in the national final in doubles as well, so you can play doubles as well. So, but what was it like tonight?
So I think Kate has some very good doubles tactics, doubles interception, and that really helped me as well. She was good at following up at the net and setting up the rallies, I think. Again, you've had a good season in the BPL this season, and tell us what's coming up for you post the BPL season. What's your plan this summer? So I'm really looking forward to my first international after my injury, my knee. So I'm going to Spain in 2 weeks for the Spanish Junior International. So hopefully I can come back strong there.
Excellent. And you got some training planned this summer as well?
Yeah, I have a very exciting opportunity in traveling to Malaysia with Yo Sung-zo and along with Shifra Pranav and Mati Chung as well. So looking forward to that. I think it'll be a great experience. And
tell me, how do you see the rest of the match going? It's fairly even here so far. Have you got a prediction for us on how the match is going to unfold?
I think they'll both be tight matches. I hope we win, but I don't think I can predict it yet.
Okay, so you're going to sit on the fence for that one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's you know, I think a lot of people might see you as a singles player, but as you and I both know, because I've been on a number of trips with you, you have tended to play doubles with Paige Woods quite a bit and actually do quite well also. So how does it feel? I mean, how do you feel stepping up playing with someone like Kate? Does it feel a bit of pressure, or do you look forward to it? Or
I definitely look forward to it, because Kate is a skilled doubles player. She trains doubles and has a good doubles game, so I was a bit more comfortable going to the match, I'd say, knowing I'm in good hands. Yeah.
Well, well done, Michelle. You've made the match 2-2. We'll let you get back down because we know you have another match potentially coming up here. So we wish you the best of luck in that game. And well done on your match tonight.
Yeah, well played. Great performance.
Thanks.
So here we are, 2 games all. K.Frost and A.McAllister taking on O.Marron and Flynn. This is going to be a cracking game as well. O.Marron, a fantastic player for Mount P and a fantastic player for Leinster throughout the years in the English Intercounty. Such a solid player. His father, of course, Pat, and his mother, Vera. Ida, sorry, and his sister, yeah, the auntie as well. All really, really good players here supporting tonight. It's fantastic. What a family history there.
Family dynasty.
Oh, unbelievable. All really top players. I had the pleasure of playing for Ireland under Pat as a manager. Pat's a fantastic ambassador for badminton.
I actually got my first cap playing on the same team as that. As Pat. Sorry, I got my first cap on the playing on the same team as Pat. So that shows you how many years I've got on you, Dan.
Yeah.
But it's great to see you know, the Marrons here tonight in support, and yeah, Owen is top drawer.
He's top drawer. I've had the pleasure. Anytime I play with him in England, I win my men's doubles, and that is 90% down to the hard work that he's done on court, because he's such a good competitor.
I'm going to ask you to call this now, Dan.
I have to say, Kate and Adam would be favourites here.
Yeah, I think we're both in agreement there.
I think Owen and Shifa will make this competitive because they're such good individual players. but I just feel that Adam and Kate in a doubles and mixed, tactical sense, just have a little bit more.
Yeah, I just think if we compare the two girls, I think Schiffer is fantastic, but I just think Kate will have more experience. Then again, as soon as I say that, Schiffer does that.
Yeah, but individually, the skill sets that Owen and Schiffer have make them very, very difficult to play.
Yeah. Well, Schiffer won the Leinster Open, not last year, the year before. Actually, I won it with my son Daniel.
What I would say about that pair, Schiffer and Owen, it's going to be physical for Adam and Kate because Owen's a little bit defensive, Schiffer's a little bit defensive, and they retrieve a lot. So they will have to work really hard. You can see again, Schiffer's playing long corner off for trying to save. It's not especially a good tactic, but if Adam's constantly smashing for 3-4 games, it does add up.
The one thing that Owen can really afford to do, I think, in this match is he can afford to attack the forecourt, because with Schiffer, I remember once I spoke to Daniel about playing with Schiffer, and I said, you can trust her at the back. You can absolutely trust her and just play as if it's level doubles. So I think Owen has the luxury of doing that, because Schiffer will hit like smoke from the back. And again, you typically want the man at the back, but Schiffer is so strong. Personally, I'd have no problems her hitting behind me, and I'd be quite happy to take the forecourt. I'm sure you would too, Dan.
Yeah, you remember back in the day when Thomas Laybourne played with Camilla Ryder-Yule.
Yeah.
He always pressed hard, pressed forward, and look, Owen he has the luxury to do that, as you said. Again, look, Schiffer's playing that long corner. It's not what you would call the best style of mix, but it's a very difficult mix to play against.
Yeah, agreed. Looked as if it was going wide there.
Again, Schiffer just giving away the left and then happy to defend.
She's probably defending a little too deep as well, Dan, if you look. Yeah. You always want, certainly the woman in mixed, to be looking to defend, up court and get forward as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as the match goes on. Can Adam maintain the level? He's played a
tough singles,
high-paced singles, and Owen and Schiffer will scrape back everything and get stuff back. He has to try and keep it into the structured doubles, play onto the body of Owen, not allow him lift it over and get it him moving across the back side to side. Again, you see, Schiffer's never challenging Kate. That being said, I don't think if she did challenge Kate at the front that she would win that exchange.
Probably not. Probably not.
Great defense from Owen. Again, you see the issue there is if you were playing against a top class mixed player, when Owen makes that block, the girl would be really hunting the net.
I was just literally thinking that, Schiffer was standing back and he kept having to come forward all the time. If he plays one decent push there,
again, you see, he's pushing from the mid, but then he has to follow up to the front and he has to cover the one at the back. So, and the one thing with Owen is he is inclined to throw in some of those wild things where he's going, cross lifts and stuff like this. So,
yeah. And it's not easy mid-match to tell somebody, listen, when I play that half-cut push, can you come forward? You're either used to doing it, you train to do it, or you're not.
Yeah, you see Adam there pressing hard on the net as well. It's good Owen taking the chance there, but again, look how deep Schiffer is.
But the other thing as well, Dan, is, we spoke about Owen having the luxury of pressing the net, but Adam probably has the luxury to do it as well, because K.Frost she can hit quite decent. Maybe not as devastating overhead as Schiffer, but you certainly would have no problems with her hitting behind you.
No,
you'd be quite happy to move forward.
She's very good in the rear court, and she's very explosive in her legs, Kate. You'll notice that she has good jump smashes, good strong follow up into the mid court. So no, they're definitely a good partnership at the back.
Service fault.
Service over. 9.
Who was that on?
Just play that back again, Dan.
Yeah, we can play it twice there.
Okay.
So we've got a power play here for the match, for the first game,
first
9-8. Good press by Kate. That's what you call.
He
That's the way you
needs
want
to
the
look
girl
to
hunt
get-
in the front.
He needs to look to get that past her.
Brilliant by Adam. Great defense from Shifa. Well done, Owen. Well done, O.Marron.
I did think maybe his cross-court lift there might not have been the cleverest, but he got away with it.
Yeah, I know. And he's made a few mistakes like that on the lifts and got punished for it. But lucky to get away with it this time. And they're going for the reverse power play now.
Reverse power play, Dan. I've not heard that before now.
There you are.
Reverse power play.
This could be
Huge.
a really important point because it just means Adam has to be on court that little bit longer. He has to work a little bit harder on the rear court, and that's when upsets can happen. When it becomes a physical game as opposed to a tactical game.
So what are you thinking here, Dan, if you're Adam McAllister? What are you trying to do here?
I would press his own body and let Kate press up in the straight. I think he did try to do it. He got neck cord though. 10-9.
Service over. 10. Game point.
Here we are.
9.
10-9 to Pembroke.
Neck and neck all the way. That's
Game
10
point all.
10 all.
So that's what have we seen here? 4 game points in 1 game.
And a reverse power play.
There you are. 4 game points. But who will get it?
A very clever return of serve from K.Frost. Just knocked it
Nice
into the
push
half
by Owen
court.
that time. There we go. First time we've seen Shifa challenge the net as opposed to lift.
And it's in.
I did not see it.
Oh,
Si-
I did
Sarah,
not see it.
is she going to make the call?
Play left.
I thought it was.
Play left. Left.
I thought it was clearly.
Owen
So.
playing left.
Not sure if the replay.
Oh.
Very close from that replay as well.
First game won by Mount Pleasant Mavericks, 11-10.
So it's gone to Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, I think what may have happened there, Dan, is I think the service judge might have just flicked the finger just to say, yeah, it caught the line. I think possibly. I'm not saying it happened, but you would in a situation like that look across at your service judge for a glance, because what you want is you want the right call.
Yeah, listen, even on the replay there, you couldn't have called it from that. You need some slow motion technology, which Phil McCone is currently working on at the minute.
Well, what either happens there is the players call their own line, so she calls it out, in or out or whatever. The umpire either has to accept that call or overrule, so you can't play a let. You must make a call. So I think maybe the service judge gave a discreet, because that's what we would do. We would look, to work in pairs there and make sure that the service judge covers that line.
Yeah, and with all the will in the world, at 10-10, Owen and Shifa's going to see that in, and Kate and Adam's going to see that out. If you're a player, you know what I mean. If it's that fine a margin,
But
so I don't
should you
blame
leave a
either.
shuttle at 10-all?
I don't think that she was leaving it. I
Oh,
think
went past her,
it was
okay.
just a good fade by Odd. Now Shifa is hunting the net, and Owen's telling her that's Owen's doing a good job here. I think bar 1 or 2 of the cross lifts that he's done, he's been extremely good so far. Just like that on the midcourt early.
Yeah, you can see he is guiding her there. There's no question. He's encouraging her, guiding her.
And this is a must-win for Pembroke. Kate aggressive there at the front, and it's a great characteristic that she has. She's a great fighter. I love to see that on court. Love to see someone who's aggressive.
Yeah, of course you do. Absolutely, it has to matter. I think Shifa, when she's defending as well, she needs to just make sure she takes the shuttle out in front of her.
Good setup. That's what Shifa does so well.
Just needs to get up court more.
Yeah.
Needs to get up court more.
But she can. Oh, Adam. I'm sorry, Adam, for showing this replay, but we have 2 players at one half of the court. Apologies again, Adam, for showing up.
But I think maybe he was a little distracted, and sometimes that happens. But I hear you. It's a simple game from the commentary box, Dan, right?
Absolutely. Got away with that one.
Again, just Shifa not being a little bit more ready with the racket. Adam being aggressive with the drive. That's what I was going to say just before Adam hit that one for 6 in cricket, as they call it. She's really good on the defense, on the long defense. That's why in ladies doubles she does quite well. In mixed doubles, she needs to do what you say, Mike, and block and try and challenge the net a bit more. Oh, well done. Kate's finding that mid-court area really well.
It's very well played by O.Marron. Very, very well played.
He's having a great match.
4-3.
Owen's one of those players as well in crowds, and when there's a better atmosphere, his game gets better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that's. I think the really good players do that. They can rise to the occasion, and you know, the not so good ones kind of can't. But he certainly.
Yeah. Anytime you take him away on the Leinster trip, the harder the opponents, the bigger the game. The 4-all matches or the 5-all matches. He's the guy that you put out.
Was he ever capped at senior international level then?
Owen was never.
Probably must be the best player never to be capped. Or certainly one of.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players out there, you know, but again, he still won a lot of titles in singles, doubles, mixed doubles.
Yeah, he's top class.
Yeah.
Top class, absolutely.
You know, he's got great achievements to his name. So
his dad was a fantastic singles player, as you well know. I'm not sure, does he have 3 national senior singles titles, Pat? Maybe a couple of mixed, but
yeah, class act.
Yeah, Owen would, I would say, be a better all-rounder. But I mean, you know, Owen has all the skills to be a really, really good player. You know, he really is, like.
Yeah.
So Dan, pretty soon now, this game could swing one way or the other.
It was important for Pembroke to swing that back in their favour because, you know, Mount Pleasant, after the momentum change, winning that first game.
What a beautiful return to serve, straight out of the textbook.
They really got it going now after they won the first. So Pembroke have, like, you know, turned it round again now and got it back in their favour.
So Dan, if you win this point now, do you go for the power play?
I think I would, yeah.
I think I would too. It's unlucky, very unlucky.
Service over. 8-7.
There's even an argument for the guys going for the power play here.
Yeah, definitely. I think Kate will use it if they get to 9, just to make sure that you know, they make it 1-all. Now, this would be a great time for Owen
to use the power play.
Less pressure serving to Kate.
Correct,
as it is to
just
Adam,
thinking that.
and then you get an additional serve to that person. No luck.
He's missed it.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit on the snatchy side there, just to try and push that up the service line, just to get it in play.
Surprised, but Adam didn't use it.
Yeah, very surprised.
I think definitely if that comes side over, I think 100%. Mount Peace definitely going to use it now.
Service over. 9.
Yeah, no brainer.
Yeah. What's the question there, Dan?
Yeah.
What is the question?
I'm surprised that Pembroke didn't do it, because if you're returning a power play, it's not as easy. So here we go. This would be really swing it in favour of Mount Pleasant.
Just get the serve in play.
Well done, Owen. What a retrieval. Whew. Crucial.
10. Game point 9.
Yeah, we would like to have seen Shifa just get back in her defensive position just a little bit earlier there. She was kind of caught on the way back. So what are you thinking, Dan? Hit the body? Turn the serve, has to go up the middle, surely.
I would go back box into the backhand. A good flick by Kate. Almost ready though. Good defense from Shifa. Owen pressing forward. Shifa a bit late, but good challenge on the net.
I think Owen lifted that unnecessarily, but got away with it.
What about this for a match? 4 game points in the first game, 2 game points in the second, and this will be the 3rd one now. Wow, what a game.
Play. play.
Kate asking for the shuttle change. Owen refusing.
I'd be serving wide here, short wide.
Good serve.
But
Wow.
you'd have to say, Dan, that has set down and 10 all. Put that shuttle anywhere other than towards the centre of the court is a bit is lunacy. You've got to be hitting towards the middle.
Yeah. Just to keep it safe. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're hitting out the side. Is it, well, I was unlucky, or well, I should have hit the middle? My view is you should be hitting the middle there all day long, because now you're 2 sets down and it's a very steep hill to climb.
Yeah. This is not following the script at the minute.
No, it's not, Dan.
And it potentially puts Pembroke into an impossible situation. Where you look at the 11-10, 11-10. They need to win this game. It's not if, they need to win this game for Pembroke. Mount Pleasant have it wrapped up if they can win this one. So for the viewers at home, if we were to see a comeback and a win from Pembroke, it sets up a very exciting last game of the night.
Absolutely.
And you know, the last couple of BPL nights have been like that. They've gone down to the final game, the last game of the night, and it would be great to see a repeat of that tonight. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
You know what, Dan? It's 11-10. It's 11-10. You know, this game, you know,
yeah,
it's still in the mix, but
there's a lot of legs left in this game.
You've got to win 3 sets to win it. It's a big ask, but it could happen.
Yeah, and Pembroke still have their power play, and you know, there's a lot to play here. There might be talks of that first winning shot tonight later on, but let's see how it unfolds.
1-all.
Yeah, and I think you'd have to agree that the Badminton Premier League, you know, which was kind of modelled on the model in the UK they had for a while with the power play shuttle also, you have to say it's one of the fantastic initiatives by Leinster Badminton, because this is exactly what you want to see in a Friday night. You know, most of our top players here going toe to toe. It's a fantastic showcase for our sport.
3-2.
Yeah, and a great rite of passage for the younger guys to go in there and play against some of the more established senior players, and work hard to try and get a better, like a Shifa taking on a Kate, or you've seen like throughout the year a lot of good matchups between some of the younger players and the older players. So it's a great event. Pembroke really setting the tone early in this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they need to. Shifa's starting to use that return more often now. That little tuck return into the side. Where in the opening game or two, she was kind of just lifting into the long box.
But she needs, once she plays that, to try and cover the next one also.
Good push from Owen. Owen is doing what you said, Mike. He's really almost a front court player here.
Yeah, well, he can afford to, you know.
Service over.
Like, all you've got to do, I mean, Shifa is devastating overhead with her smashes, her sticks, her cuts. I mean, she really is. So you just got to trust her, because, you know. Oh, it was long.
Yeah. It's, I don't think it's easy to make a wrong line call when you've got that amount of people behind you at the back of the court.
5-6.
Even more viewers tuning in here, so it's great to see the numbers online as well. So big shout out to all the people out there listening in from across the country. Great to have all the Badminton fans, because I know it's great for the Dublin-based people to come and watch, but it's also great for those across the country who like to tune in and watch this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and it should be also the it should be where the younger players look at this and say, yeah, this is where I want to be. I want to play Premier League. I think it's a good showcase.
Yeah, and you know, with the Western Warriors team and with the Smash Bandits team, you know, there's more players from outside of Dublin competing in this league now, so that's been fantastic. And we've seen some good matchups from them throughout the year as well.
Service over. 7-6.
And of course, the Alpha Bobcats from Ulster also competing. Alpha Bobcats named after, of course, Bob Cahoon.
Great Bob Cahoon, yeah.
Who's been a great ambassador up there. And I know they put in a good stint this year as well. We've seen a lot of their top players like Tony Stevenson, Shania Chambers, and a lot of their good young players like Paige Woods and these guys competing this year. So great to see their teams out competing.
Yeah, I have to say, for me, highlight was actually watching Tony Stevenson play, because he was after my time, and I have to say, of all the players, if I was to pay to watch anybody, it would be Tony Stevenson. So it's fantastic to see him come down here and just show the class that he still has.
Owen playing by himself here.
That's it, trust her.
That cross lift that Owen does is so dangerous. But what a rally.
Yeah, what a rally.
Shifra had completely left the court.
She had, yeah.
Owen covered everything there.
But I think there is an element in that particular situation, and we get back to this again, is trusting her. You know, normally you would look for the man to take it, but when you're playing with her, let her take it, cover the forecourt. 8-all.
Pembroke would need this point, and they need to use power play.
He's missed it. No, he hasn't.
9-8. So it's crucial for Pembroke now.
It's either 10-8, it's either 9-all in power play. So your O.Marron, what are you thinking, Dan? Just get the serve in play.
Yeah, you gotta maybe serve across the body. Hope Adam just good serve.
Very good serve.
Here we are.
As I said to the kids I coached down in Nina, good serving wins matches. And that was a really, really good serve to take him to match point.
And this for the overall win. Oh, here we are. Potentially has to be power play.
I think O.Marron had a chance to really open fire there. Now, again, in the commentary box, it's hard to see if somebody really is opening fire, but it looked like that he'd maybe just focus on hitting the shuttle down. But it's hard to see from here.
What a serve this is, Mike.
Yeah, who is he serving to? He's serving to
9-10 down.
Yeah. If I'm playing with Shifra here, I'm telling her,
jump that serve.
Jump the serve. Go in on it.
And she did. Brilliant by Adam. Working so hard, Kate. Wow. There we are.
And there we go.
Oh, that was on a knife edge.
Yeah, I think it's all to play for now, Dan. I think nobody's got power plays left. 11-10, 11-10, 10-11. I mean, you know, this is why everybody has come here tonight, is to watch.
Yeah, and it's that's really added to the excitement, because that was game over. That was a Mount Pleasant victory if they win that one. So Pembroke are still in here, still fighting, and we all wanted to see a final matchup to take the win.
20 seconds.
Fantastic.
20,
so if you're looking at the scores so far, here we are, 11-10, 11-10, and that one was 11-10.
11-10.
What a match.
Yeah.
This is really, really getting exciting now. Again, Shifra did a good job of the return of serve there. She played hard onto the body, but Adam showed great composure just to fade that away.
Fourth game, love all.
Yeah, I think in situations like that, you've got to get the serve in play, and the person who's receiving is get the return in play as well, and usually hit the middle, hit towards the middle.
I've been massively impressed with Owen in this match, and I feel that
Shifa's got herself into the game a lot more now as well. But they've done a great job against a difficult partnership in Adam and Kate.
Service over. 1 love.
Owen's so aggressive coming forward. He's doing all the right things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You asked that of him at the start, Mike, where you said you would like to see him to be brave, go forward, and take the chances because he's got the cover from Shifa.
Totally.
And he's done that.
Totally.
Tired mistake from Adam.
And you know what, Dan? In mixed, it can be a very courageous and difficult thing for a man to do, because you're supposed to stay back if you like, but he's choosing his moments perfectly, and that's the key.
Yeah.
He's not coming forward blindly, he's coming forward
for love. And this is a straight game, no power plays, there can be no surprises here.
Yeah, that's not a good return to from Shifa there, because there's only one thing is going to happen, is Kate's going to just do what she did. So she's probably better off just to put that up to the roof and stand back and defend. At least you have a chance.
I feel the Pembroke pair have just been a little bit flatter, from the first game.
Wonderful.
2 fades in a row. That's better. I would like to see Adam be more aggressive like that.
I think Owen, when they start to defend, he's just maybe retreating a little bit too deep and getting caught. Again, it's easier said than done. But 2-4, we're back in it. Game on.
That's more like it. I think if Adam and Kate can be aggressive like that, it requires Adam really to have a high energy level, because if he can control the midcourt and work hard from the back, Kate will do what she needs to do at the front of the court. So he just has to up his speed and really make sure that he's working hard. At the minute, I feel like he's attacking, but he's a little bit late on the midcourt, and his aggressive nature isn't coming through.
Yeah, I think in mixed doubles you are looking to be the alpha male as much as you can. Be aggressive, attack, move forward, dominate.
And after the high energy start from Owen there,
it's 4-all.
Maybe a little bit of a dip in his energy as well.
Lovely.
Beautiful hands. Oh. A little bit too aggressive for Owen to take that position straight in front of Shifa. He needs to hold the middle a little bit more.
Absolutely.
It's okay, because you can still, especially in the forehand side, you can jump across out to your forehand, but you need to hold that cross on Adams now. Adams' aggression, what I had asked for, I'd hoped to see. He's really upped that now. You see there, he pressed, he went forward, got a little bit unlucky, went over his head there, but he's starting to do the right thing again.
Yeah, this is this could go right to the wire, Dan. Absolutely. Yeah, Adam is really, he's charging the net. So maybe the guys should be looking at playing over his head as he charges forward.
Yeah, he's being really aggressive, and he's taking those chances, so it's great to see him doing that, but it does leave that bit of risk where the guys can go over the top. But again, as you said,
there's a fantastic smash. She hits that cross-court stick so well. She really does, Dan.
Yeah, and that's her big attribute in singles. A little bit risky and mixed in doubles, but the space was there.
6-all. I'm not even going to ask you to call this, Dan. I'm just too afraid. This could go anywhere.
Oh, unsure.
Yeah, I think a good tactic for O.Marron here is to not be afraid to play over their heads to the baseline.
What a rally.
And that's where you put a smash down. That's exactly where you put a smash. Right down that centre line.
What a rally that was. We've seen a little bit of everything. That was great defense from Kate off the right hip. And that time Shifa really pressed the net hard. So we've seen a little bit of everything, but yeah, there's the one you asked for. (7-6) Pembroke. I think he was right to take that. Ah, beautiful big Kate.
Yeah, but why they're not covering the net there when he's so deep in his backing corner, I don't know.
You see this is really hard work for Adam, despite them winning that.
I just wondered, was that a net fault there?
I don't think so.
We missed it.
I don't think.
Probably not, no. 8-6, big point.
Nice by Adam, perfect layoff to the middle. There we go, beautiful. This is the energy I want to see.
Stunning reverse.
Yeah, early midcourt, jump, get up, mix your angles. And Adam has the ability to do that. He just has to be mentally tough enough to continue to do that.
9-6, looks like we're going 5, Dan.
Drive serve on Kate or on Shifa, not the best idea.
No.
She's got a little bit just too much reach for that.
But overhead, as we've said, she's good as any, really.
Fast off the traps there.
It wasn't the tightest serves, and he was always committing to it. Looks like we're going 5, Dan.
Yeah, I have to say this has been a really good mix.
We are going 5.
So
how did we call this? Do you remember?
Are you sticking with it?
Well, I have to.
I think so as well. You have to favour the more mixed type players. However,
who did you go for? Went for the same, did we?
Yeah,
we did that.
We both backed Pembroke to get the win in this one. However, I think Owen and Shifa has been fantastic in this match, and we've seen some absolutely spectacular stuff from Owen. His court coverage has been really good.
Yeah.
Shifa's defence has been really solid. We would like to see a little bit more, maybe her being aggressive at the front of the court.
Yeah, I would like to see. I would like to see her look to get into the front of the court a lot more and step forward and be more aggressive if she can. She has a tendency to stand back and kind of let's see what happens, whereas Kate, on the other hand, Kate play block and she'll charge forward. And I'd like to see, and again, it's easier said than done because you have to know how to do it. It's not just that you can charge forward whenever you want. You got to play the right shots and instinctively know when to move forward, and that'll come with time and experience for Shifa.
But certainly match of the night so far. If you look at the scoreline there, 11-10, 11-10, switch 11-10, 11-7.
Yeah.
Mount Pleasant Mavericks, they're sitting on 75 points, and Pembroke Panther on 85, 2 games all. It's a fantastic matchup tonight.
Final game.
Yeah, I would find it hard to see past. I think momentum is a great thing. You know, when you love all 5th set, momentum is a great thing. So I think, not the right shot.
Yeah,
not the right shot.
Kate's seems to got her confidence back and looking for that shot.
She's
now.
cutting that out all day long. The correct shot there, I think, is to play straight, not to play across her.
Kate's now taking over.
Yeah, Shifa's defence is far too deep there. It's far too deep. It needs to be more up court.
Yeah, and again, no power play, so this is a straight shoot off to 11. A great return from Shifa, hitting the net court. There's your favourite.
It's just
1-2.
It's just incredible that you know, I've seen her.
Good return at the start of that rally, and Owen did great angles, but that shot is devastating.
Yeah, there's not much you can do then when she hits it that clean.
Oh. Really aggressive from Adam.
She's getting deeper and deeper all the time, Shifa. It's the one advice I would give her is get up court, stay up court.
Yeah, and it cost them the rally in the end because Kate had that luxury just to lay off in front of her and then finish.
3-1.
So here we are, 3-1 lead for Pembroke, and a big momentum swing from the start of the match.
Not a good return to serve from Owen there.
4-1.
I think also when it comes to like the crunch games, you know, Shifa and Owen's got away a little bit with those long lifts off return of serve and stuff, but when the tempo goes up and Adam and Kate really zone in on what they need to do, it's a dangerous tactic.
Absolutely.
Because also your defense naturally will become a bit tighter, you know, in the fifth game, and everything's on the line. Ah, great smash from Adam right on the side of her right hip.
See, again, it was lifted unnecessarily. You see it here now again.
Yeah, it's great to have this replay. You can see exactly where Adam...
She serves low and lifts.
Right on the right hip.
Yeah. It's that third shot, Dan. The difference between lifting it and giving the attack away is huge.
So 3-5, still very competitive. Be interesting to see who has the momentum at the switch at 6. Oof, maybe wide, that's there. Good press by Owen again, really good. Little straight pushes this time, what you were looking for. Oh! 6-3, switch sides.
Change ends.
Yeah, it's very, for me, it's going to be hard to look past K.Frost and Adam McAllister, really is.
Yeah, a lot of work to do on Owen and Shifa's side, but I have to say I really enjoyed this match. It's been the match of the night so far for me.
20 seconds.
Well, it's all on the line, whatever we look at it, because, you know, Pembroke have to win it. And they were 2 sets down, and they won the third 11-10. So, you know, they did have a match point, didn't it? They were match point down.
Yes,
championship point.
Championship point down.
Yeah.
That was at 9-10. Play by Adam, a good serve and crucial point.
6-3.
Wow. Got away with that left off return of serve.
Yeah.
I don't think Adam was expecting that off return of serve at 3-6. He was going to be lifting high for him to have a smash at her.
Yeah, I think it's the difference between, you know, say someone like Kate who wouldn't be doing that without thinking, you know, and somebody who's less experienced.
Oof, well read by Kate.
I think often in that situation, rather than try and push past and risk somebody jumping out like she did, you're better off just putting it straight up and starting again. At least you're in the rally, you know. It's a good serve.
Yeah. Oh, great retrieval from that's beautiful from Amanda. Good angle as well.
Yeah,
on the outside hip again.
8-4.
Command and lead, Mike.
Yeah, I think it's.
You're afraid to say it? Ah, well done, Kate, as well.
Get up court, Schaefer, get up court.
Again, we've seen Owen do that a few times. You've seen that time Adam maybe just slightly twisted his ankle there towards the end. But that cross court clear, we've seen Owen take a chance. It's not a good idea. Not in mixed doubles. Even with the ladies, when they jump out now, they can kill that off so easily with the power that they have and the angle that they can produce. Oh, out of balance.
Yeah, I think it's. I think unfortunately we called it right again, Dan.
Yeah, no. Fortunately, I would say, because it brings us into one match for winner takes all. Here we go.
Yeah, Adam,
match point.
Adam really has stepped up. He's been flat, he's been aggressive, he's been moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. From set 3 to 5, definitely she switched it up. Oh, well done, Kate.
What a way to finish a match, Stan. After being match point down, you trickle it down the tape. Fantastic shot.
But there we go. And that leaves us very, very evenly balanced match now. And it's all down to second mixed doubles between A.Jermyn and Sophia Noble and David Walsh and M.Shochan. And this match, of course, Mike, is even more important because there won't be a third mixed, unfortunately, due to an injury to Karen Nelson.
Yeah.
So
we obviously wish her well. I think she's had surgery, so we wish her a speedy recovery. But yeah, it's down to the wire, Dan.
Yeah. So Pembroke win, they win. Mount P win, they win.
So winner takes all, really.
Winner takes all.
Okay. It's second mix, last game of the night, 3-all. So let's give a big round of applause first to our umpires, Guy and Seamus. Followed by N.Pleasant Mavericks, A.Jermyn and Sophia Noble. Followed by from Pembroke Panthers, D.Walsh, M.Shochan.
Well, here we are, guys, back, and what an end to the night. So officially the score is 3-all. Mount Pleasant on 3, Panthers on 3, pulling the walkover from the third mix. So it's all down to second mixed doubles. And what a match you have to end. This one, we were talking before the match, Mike, and we found it really difficult to call between A.Jermyn, Sophia Noble, and David Walsh and M.Shochan. Have you decided?
Yeah, I've decided who I'm going for, and I'll give you my rationale, right or wrong, but this is my thinking. The two ladies in question are primarily singles players. I think we both agree on that. They can still, play doubles and mix, but neither of them is a mixed player. We say like someone like Maya Ryan, who's a very, very top class mixed player. So to me, I think they're quite even in that regard. So for me, it's going to be a question of if I look at the two guys, I look at A.Jermyn. He's quite a physical player, hits really, really big. But I'm going to look at David Walsh and I just think overall he's got a little bit too much. So I'm going to go for David Walsh and M.Shochan. It could be 5, it could be tight, but I'm going to go for David and Michelle.
Yeah.
Now, you could say, well, Sophia on the other end, will be incredibly physically, strong, agile, mobile, will cover the court so well. But for me, the two girls are singles players playing mixed, and I'm going to give David Walsh the edge over Adam. So I'm going to go for David and Michelle. But then again, it's just one man's opinion.
Yeah, no, it's a really even matchup. A.Jermyn is one of those guys. He serves really well. He returns very well. He's got great power.
Absolutely.
And if you put him with say a really strong mixed lady,
he would be devastating.
He'd be devastating.
Yeah.
But you're right. Sophia will maybe step back from the net. She'll lift a little bit more.
Yeah,
and that brings David into the game.
He's not playing with a woman who's going to be blocking and setting him up all the time, which is exactly what he needs. So it's going to be close, but I'll stick my neck out and I'll go for David and Michelle.
Yeah, that's a good rationale. I think you've explained it very well. And
well, time will tell.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. But the fantastic thing about it was, I think the last 3 years, BPL has gone down to the final game.
I think one night it went down to the last point, literally the last point. Wow. I think it was Shane Gilday and Ashley Coyne were playing, I'm not sure against who, but literally it was on court 1. I think it went right down to match point, every point all, 1 point, winner takes all, and they won it.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's one of those things you can have all the momentum in the world, but it always goes down to your mixed. You need to make sure that you've got a good, solid second and third mixed. You can have all the show games, but these are the ones that are going to win you the title.
Yeah. Well, let's see, Dan.
Here we go. This is what the crowd wanted. A final match.
And I wonder as well, Dan, might the fact that David's been on court already and been warmed and match ready, and Michelle, whereas the other two are coming in cold, I wonder will that have anything to do with it?
Yeah, it definitely will work in the favour of Pembroke. And ironically enough, the last time Pembroke won the BPL, David Walsh won the final mixed, because I was playing on that team, and David and Katrina Farrell, they went down to their mixed and they win it. So
I'd like to see Michelle hitting and coming forward more there. Anything that's anyway short, her partner step aside and let it come past. Sorry, Dan, I cut across you there. You were.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that the last time that Pembroke won it, it was David Walsh, and the final mix went down to him.
Oh, really?
So let's see if history repeats itself, or do Mount Pleasant win it for the first time ever. I don't believe Mount Pleasant have won it before.
Well left. Yeah. I mean, of course, you look at Sophia Noble. I've been on a number of different national team trips, as you know, Dan, and she's been on it. Like, what an impressive, bright, intelligent, talented young girl. I mean, she's fantastic to have her, at the top of her game, and she'll do great things in, I've no doubt, in years to come under the current regime and the current coaching team. But she's a fantastic young player, really is.
David's just playing so well so far. Michelle hasn't made a mistake either. 4-love up.
Yeah, she's such a good competitor. If you want somebody to go in there and really compete for you, she's the one you want.
That's that angle that A.Jermyn has. He has so much power, but it's the steepness. Watch that one. It's so hard to defend when it's coming across your body like that. And Adam's serve is really strong as well.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Bit of luck there.
Yeah, times there. I think the position that Michelle is in, I think David should be taking the forecourt. He's stepping out of her way, but to me, she's too far back to come forward.
I get you. Yeah. Just
you know, I mean, if he's going to step out of her way, she's got to be.
It's a funny mix. It's not traditional mix.
No.
We've seen some amazing games throughout the years. Throughout the year, but also throughout this season.
Yeah.
In mixed doubles, Scott Gilday and Moya against David and Kate was fantastic.
Yeah.
And the last weekend, Yo Sing Zhou and Jenny King playing against David and Kate was also 5-7.
That's right. Yeah.
Cracker,
Yeah.
You know, tonight we've seen not the stereotypical aggressive mixed, a bit more open mixed. But it's been enjoyable to watch as well.
Oh yeah, but it's probably because neither of the girls are really traditional mixed players as such.
Yeah.
It's more, as you say, it's more open.
There's David maybe doing more what you were hoping he would do, come in and just take the chance and go forward.
You know, I had this discussion with a group down in Castle Island last Sunday, and I asked them. They asked me about if it comes up short, should I follow? And we had the discussion around who makes that decision, and we had a really good discussion. And I was saying, well, think about it. They all said it's the player behind who makes the decision. I was saying, no, it's not. It's the player at the front, and that's the point I'm making here. You have to decide if it's short enough, and if it's short enough, you just step to one side, which is leaving an acre of court for your partner to run into. But if it's not short enough, you've got to take the net. You've got to cover the net.
4-8.
Yeah, he's doing what you asked. He's doing his job well as well.
Well, listen, if she's deep and she can't come forward, you can't step off the net and give the attack away. You've got to press and trust her. And she can, Dan, for you know, she's not the tallest. She can hit it.
Yeah.
She can really hit that shuttle.
Yeah, she's a strong girl. There's Ada or David really pushing forward again. And
Unlucky. Very unlucky.
it's nice to see him take those chances on the net like that. And Michelle controlling the rear court. And she's been very patient. She's not rushing it when she's at the back. She's getting good solid smashes and prepared to work. There he is again.
Yeah.
This is what we thought he would do more in the doubles, but the difference was he came up against two solid units.
He came up against two guys who were doing exactly that. Both of them, not one of them, both of them.
Yeah.
But I think what he is being out there is he's been the alpha male.
Yeah.
He's really taken charge of the game out there, and that's very. You know, if you're playing mix as a man, you can't be passive. You have to dominate. You have to try and be an alpha male.
Yes.
I mean, that's a really good return to serve straight into the box.
And I guess what you said earlier as well, the fact that David's already
First game
had
won
a
by
match
Pembroke Panthers.
that will stand to him
11-6.
really well.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. But I think what's happening here now, as we said at the start, kind of felt the girls would be fairly even, but I felt that David would have the edge over Adam, and he's proven to absolutely have the edge. I mean, he's the one who's dominating. So we need to see Adam really stepping up here and trying to take the game back.
Yeah, so out there coaching is Crona Rudy, Crona German now, and Crona's
20
another
seconds.
brilliant mixed player.
20
She's
seconds.
really good at dominating front court and really good at cutting out. And I would say that he was saying, get on the attack, Sophia going forward, take it. And on the flip side, you had Adam going out to David and Michelle, maybe saying, get the job done, guys. Because you don't have to change anything.
Play.
There, like that, better return from Sophia setting up Adam. David is just hunting that net so hard.
Yeah, I mean the problem.
Service over.
But the guys, what Adam and Sophia need to do is they need to force the lift, because if they force the lift, particularly Sophia, then they're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. The guys will be in a whole lot of trouble because Adam hits it so hard. And you're seeing in the first few points here, Adam and Sophia are the ones who are on the attack.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So some good advice from Kona has obviously come into play there, because you've seen Sophia take the net and you've seen Adam take the midcourt. So
yeah. But it's not. What I would say is it's not rocket science. It is. That's how mix is played. You know, you've got to force the lift, particularly the woman for the man.
Good by Michelle there to get that back, but too deep.
Just a little too deep into the fence.
So yeah,
okay.
Service over.
And no power plays as of yet. Ah, beautiful return from David.
Has he missed it? No, he didn't. It was good.
Service over. 2,
He just
3.
held his own
Yeah.
body. Quick turn of the wrist. Good return from that as well. Yeah, there he's starting to press forward a bit more aggressive now.
So look, I would be saying to Michelle, don't be engaging in a flat battle with him. Turn it cross court.
Yeah, but that spin by Adam, Michelle has to punish that.
It's a mile in.
Service over.
Yeah, as you say, Dan, there's a big difference between you know coming in like this and coming in like this. Anything that's you have to come in high. Always look to take it off the tape. It's funny, you saw that last shot there. Just play that back again if you see it. To me, Adam should be taking that. He should not be giving that to Sophia. He's the one with so much power, and that's what we talk about being aggressive and taking the lead.
I was thinking that when that was happening as well, and I was wondering, is it a little bit, you know, he hasn't played a match, he's muted the whole night. I know from playing the final match the previous year that it's quite draining actually, because you're warming up and you're making sure that you're ready, and maybe a little bit of nerves.
Yeah.
Where stereotypically Adam would be jumping up and bombing that, but he has to agree 100%.
Yeah, he's got to take that. Like even if it's more hers than his, he's still got to look to take it.
Late on the mid again.
And again, that's kind of what I'm talking about, being the alpha male. You've got to be the alpha male. You've got to look to really dominate. Like very much like David did in the first set.
Be interesting to see. I think if it comes close in this game, Pembroke will use the power play.
Service over. 8-5.
Good whites there.
Yes, absolutely.
Service over. 6-8. Pembroke Panthers claim power play.
Power
And
play.
we have a power play.
That's what I was saying. I thought if they got up
Put
close,
it cross. She needs to put it cross court. She got away with it.
and that is it all. And now it's back in control of Pembroke.
You know, Dan, when you think about it, like, we really do have such an array of fantastic young female badminton talent coming through, don't we? We really do. Like, I mean, we don't just have somebody qualifying for the Olympics. We've got all the way down. It's so heartening to see.
Yeah, great depth there.
Hit down. You've got to hit down.
Good smash by Adam that time.
Are we going for power play? Yes, indeedy we are.
I think that's a good decision.
9-all.
It's kind of a no-brainer, really.
Present Mavericks claim power play.
Yeah, and they have the two, so the only difficulty serving on that Dave is a little bit difficult, but good press by Dave and good by Michelle. She was early on that.
David, no.
Yeah, there. You asked him to take it and he did. Ooh.
Well done.
See if the power play.
And that smash, if you look at it, it was actually quite flat and quite high. Sophia actually struggled to get it because she was expecting it to be a bit steeper.
What a turnaround there from Pembroke. They seemed to be well out of that game, but they kept their composure the whole way through, and now have set up their game point to take a 2-0 lead. Oh, too soft. Yeah, it's just that you can't get away with those spins and mixed.
No, you're better off throwing it up, Dan, and starting again if you can.
Good press by David.
Well done. That's a really, really poor at 10-all, putting it out the side of the court.
Second game
Yeah,
won by Pembroke
so
Panthers,
you've got to hit towards the centre.
11-10. Pembroke Panthers lead 2 games to love.
So far, you've got to say that it's been David Walsh taking command of the midcourt, maybe making a difference.
Yeah, I think he's taken command of the game. There's no question. And I just wonder that point that we made there about, you know, I felt that A.Jermyn should have taken that, you know, probably isn't being dominant enough and needs to be more so.
Yeah, I agree completely. Once Adam gets behind, and once he does get smashing on Michelle, you've seen him head across a couple of times, get winners, and then Sophia is able then to go and commit to the net. But at the minute, it's not even that Adam's at the front and Sophia's at the back. It's he's half in and he's half out.
He's not getting the opportunities to hit.
Yeah. So he's kind of trying to edge out, but then not committing to it. So let's see if he can change that around now for the third game. Like that, like just go, be big, commit, use his stature.
Yeah, totally.
1 love. Out. Service over. 1 all.
Yeah.
2-1.
Great return to serve from Sophia. Really, really good.
Service over.
Interesting to see if Sophia and Adam can play their way into this now. Great return.
Fabulous return to serve from David Walsh.
Yeah, fantastic.
Service over.
Again, he just took that early down. He didn't let it drop, and he just dinked it into the half court. I think it's just important when they lift that they don't lift to Adam, that they have to lift to Sophia.
Oh.
Just a little bit softer, a little bit more pushy.
Yeah, he made a great move, but the return when he got there was just a little bit too tight to force like that. But yeah, 3-3, and another very interesting game here.
It's a very good return to serve from M.Shochan.
4-3.
Just got to be careful.
5-3.
Michelle is doing really well in fairness, Dan. She really is.
I think she's been brilliant in both her matches tonight.
She's doing well, and it's great to see her back from injury.
It's like the football analogy, you know, if you've got a team, if everybody's doing their job well, you'll win matches. And you know, she's been playing with 2 very established players, but she's done her job perfectly.
Yeah. But the other thing is that because she's been playing with established players, if you like, the spotlight's been on her. She's had to step up, because if they lose, well then, you know, she doesn't want to be the one that felt, well, maybe it was me, and she hasn't. She has stepped up and played really, really well.
Yeah, and that brings its own pressure, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all looking like a Pembroke win here.
7-4.
Am I going to say it, or will I wait for? No, I'll wait for a point or two. I won't say it. Oh, David, that's a very poor.
5-7.
At a crucial point. Short. That's a really, really good serve.
Yeah,
That's a fabulous serve.
he's brilliant like that. If you're ever at the other end of his serve, I can tell you it's coming down the ways almost. It's such a good serve, and he's not holding his racket high or anything. He just has a brilliant serve. This is good by Adam now. He's really up the aggression here.
Yeah, but David has let him back in there.
Yeah.
He should have kept the attack at Sophia. Hit Sophia. That's it. And again. And again. There you go. Fantastic attack.
Now, will we see a power play, do you think, soon from Pembroke?
Oh, I don't know.
Server 8-6. Yes.
Yeah, I think maybe he's saving it for 9 and then serving on Sophia. Mount P, 100%.
I don't know. Would I go for it now? Maybe I would. I don't know.
100%.
Actually, you know what? I would save it because I'm serving to Adam.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't go for it.
Mount P now 100% should use their power play, because then there would be a 9.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
also be serving again to Girl.
Agreed.
Oh, there we go. That could be 9-8, and Sophia serving back on Michelle.
Now they're going for it.
I just feel that D is too solid on return. Fair and body.
To me, he's got to absolutely go for Adam. Commit and go for Adam.
Fair and body. Here we go. No, it's
Very
gone
good
for it.
serve.
Yeah.
Play a block, Michelle. Play a block. I don't know why she's lifting there. I don't know why she's lifting. Get in.
Ah, fantastic turn by Michelle. That's a great rally.
But she should have been in after that. That was a beautiful cross-court block. Should have followed it.
Match point if they go for the power play.
Yeah.
Service 9.
So here we go.
8.
This is for the championship and the overall
For the
win.
title.
The crowd really getting involved now.
Oh, don't
Great
lift.
return by Michelle, and a great stop, and a great stop. Wow.
Hit it down.
Nice block from Michelle, and a good change of direction. Oh, there it
Yes.
is.
She's done very
Pembroke
well.
have done it, and a racket smash.
That's the yellow
to end
card.
it.
That's the yellow card, Dan.
So there we are. Champions are Pembroke.
This, yeah, guy's gonna. Is he gonna give a yellow card? No, he's not.
Match won by
There it is.
Panthers.
Champions tonight are Pembroke
11-6,
Badminton
11-10,
Club.
11-8.
Yeah, you have to say M.Shochan played really, really well there, and as we said, the pressure was on her because she was with the experienced partner, and I thought she did fantastically well. But we did call it, Dan.
Yeah.
I just think David did. Michelle played fantastic, but I thought David really did very, very well there.
Another fantastic BPL final. Mount Pleasant still waiting on their maiden victory.
Maiden victory, yeah.
Pembroke, another title for them. So a great win, 4-3, 12 games to 11 games, 171 points to 143 points. And, you know, you have to say Pembroke, they did really well. And they fielded their team the right way, considering the matches that they had to withdraw from, and
Yeah.
you know, Mount Pleasant were unlucky not to have the likes of Sophia featuring in two matches
Yeah.
tonight, and that. But a great finals night tonight, and some great spectacle of games, you know.
Yeah, I think there was some fantastic badminton and some fantastic players on display tonight. We had our 4 Malaysian coaches and giving a fantastic exhibition for a start, and then we had we had some of our younger players, some of our more experienced players. You know, we really did have a fantastic night's badminton, and it's credit to Leinster branch for the BPL and everybody involved.
Yeah, you have to say to them and to the sponsors, Oscars Travel, Trueway, you have to say Yonex and the other sponsors, well done on the show you put on. All of the volunteers that have been here early setting up the mats and the courts. Again, Phil McCowan for the streaming. He's been absolutely brilliant throughout the BPL season.
Absolutely. For his world-class streaming. It is world-class.
And court officials, again, giving up all their time. I know, Mike, you've been up here travelling up to help out with the BPL as well. And there's been so many people volunteering to help out.
Yeah. But I just came up to commentate with you, Dan. That was the reason I came up.
Yeah, it's been great commentating, and Maverick and Goose are now going to
alive and well.
Are going to head out for the presentation. So thanks very much for tuning in. We had a massive amount of viewers tonight.
I think we had over 100 at one stage.
Yeah, so it's great to see it increasing all the time every year, and we look forward to the new season. But a big congratulations to Pembroke Badminton on winning tonight. The Pembroke Panthers, have bitten again and are back.
And I think also to Mount Pleasant, who put up a fantastic fight. You know, they really did. And I would say Pembroke, the pressure was on them because they were conceding 2 matches before they started. And but I think Mount Pleasant put up a fantastic fight, and this is why we come here. This is why we love the game of badminton.
Well, yeah, that's it. I think at the start, Mike, you were saying that you were siding with Mount Pleasant, and I was going for my old roots in Pembroke.
Yeah.
So I'll take that win.
Yeah, you'll
tonight.
take that win. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was hoping for Mount Pleasant, but look, the matches that I called them all right anyway, so that's some consolation to me.
Yeah.
But Dan, it's been a pleasure being alongside you here tonight. We've spoken about it a few times, and look forward to doing it again.
And thanks very much, guys, for tuning in, and
thank you.
Tune in again.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get on with the presentation. Our valiant runners-up tonight, the Mount Pleasant Mavericks. As they just here at the presentation table, we have Leah and Abby, daughters of J.Honkanen. They're going to be helping with the presentation. Thank you very much. So, at the Mountain Mavericks, please come up and take their ribbons. the D.Walsh Memorial Cup. Who's going to step up to be captain today? So on, Adam. All right, so. Say thank you very much again. Give a round of applause for Abby and Leah. Thank you very much. And I just want to say very quickly, thank you to our umpires. Thank you to the players. Without no players, we have no matches. Thank you very much, players, for having a great show. And thank you for again coming here again tonight. We appreciate your loyalty. We will be back next season, September, October. In between, we're going to have a nice break, the committee. As I say, enjoy a bit of sunshine and a beer maybe or something like that. For anybody who's hanging around, we're about to do a big clean-up operation here, so there's a few people here who can follow Joe. Joe is the MC on the chairs, so if you can help out just a couple of people, we very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. The bar is still open if anybody wants to